Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Saturday Night InSaNiTy
Podcast.
Podcast. Snip.
Best podcast on the internet.
SNIP. 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 Snippity. Snip. 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 Welcome to the podcast. Here on our
Welcome
podcast.
to the Cram Crypt.
Love doing this podcast. We've been doing this podcast, which is a podcast for a long time. Podcasting here on the podcast. Fucking awesome. Love doing a podcast, which is what this is.
A podcast.
But you cannot find Snip on iTunes. Oh, well, maybe we should change that. Maybe we should make that happen somehow. I have no idea how to put things on iTunes. Even though I put my album there like years ago, but I had a third-party service put it there for me, and I don't.
Does anybody really use iTunes?
Set up an RSS feed for the show.
JL does not count. Sorry, JL.
So how's everybody doing this week? What's new? What's shaking? What's going down in Groovetown then? That good, eh? How about you, Eric? I see. Just quietly losing his mind. So we had, I had a pretty fun week. Did a special live presentation or live show that I had been secretly prepping for like 2 weeks. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of the old Commodore Amiga computer and an even bigger fan of the music that people made with it. And I made a lot of music on it too. My second album, Remodulized, is all Amiga stuff. And so I put together basically a virtual dance club party called Club AmigaTronic. And it was 2 solid hours of some of my all-time favorite Amiga dance tunes, and set to ultra trippy visuals, and we had fun. The stream is retitled, Michael. Refresh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
correct. Oh,
yeah.
It still says Fortnite.
Well, it shouldn't, because
I could check on that.
I fixed it twice.
No worries, I could check on it.
I will refresh on my end. I changed it literally twice to make sure. Why is it still saying? Okay, I literally changed it. I don't know why it didn't go. Let me
Because
I've tried
way to just interrupt the flow. Just couldn't wait a sec.
it's been buggy lately. What was that?
Has a lot of
Eric?
problems.
I've been streaming last couple days, and it's been having the same issue where
Alright,
it'll
just
show up
forgets.
fine, but when it saves the file, it's like what it was before.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
I literally
And
saved it
that's
twice
not
to
updating.
avoid that
There
happening.
you go. It updated on my end there.
Yeah,
There.
they updated finally.
Yep.
Okay.
It is finally in the right.
Should be all good now. Anyway, Club AmigaTronic. We had a lot of fun. Had a pretty good turnout. If you missed it, the repeat is both on Twitch and on YouTube. On YouTube, actually, there's a handy-dandy time-marked playlist. So if you have any particular favorites that you want to check out or just skip through it and see what it's all about, it's all time-marked for you with... you know, what the song's called, who made it, what group they were a part of, what their handle was, all that good stuff. And, yeah, we had a lot of fun. And I think you were there for the whole thing, Skinslip, weren't you?
What? Yes, I was there for the whole time.
Nice.
I randomly showed up. I didn't know the idea you were doing it.
Oh.
'Cause, I had streamed earlier, and then I just hadn't checked on their Discord. I was just hopped over to your chat, was talking. And we're like, oh yeah, I'm doing this thing. What the fuck are you talking about?
Some
I'm
people,
sorry, I'm not up to date.
when I announced that it was happening, some people were like, what? What are you talking about? Is this a joke? I'm like, no,
No.
it's not a joke. I've been secretly preparing it for 2 weeks, and today's the day. Surprise. And yeah, it was good. It was a good time. So much so we might do it again at some point. Had a lot of requests for a Volume 2. So we might do that.
Better
at
get
some
on that.
point. Yeah. So anyway, glad everybody enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to put together, and to do. So hope all you fellow Amiga Music Module fans out there enjoyed, and those who don't know the glory of Amiga Music Module music, experience something new and exciting and fun for the first time. So, yeah. Any content ID flags for the music? No, nothing, as I expected, because music modules are, for the most part, all public domain. There's a few musicians who put their stuff into the content ID system. I just don't play their music. Simple as that. I know which ones they
Out
are.
of respect, obviously.
Well, obviously, yeah, because it's like, well, okay, they want to, like I can't play anything by Sidewinder, who is a classic dance music composer from Texas. Does some really good stuff. I actually bought his album when it came out. It's also Dr. Awesome, also known as, his real name is Bjorn Lin. All his stuff is in the Content ID system because he's still doing music and stuff, and he's fucking awesome. I wish I could play some of his music, but alas, I cannot. So I just stick to the ones that don't care and just put their stuff out there for the world to enjoy and freely redistribute.
You're like me. If one of those people reached out to you, you'd be like, "Yeah, I'll stop playing your music. I'm sorry. Like, it's not like it's a huge deal."
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
You're trying to share love. Like, I get it.
That's yeah, exactly. And then what I would do in that case, if that was the case, is I would just download the stream, cut out that section, re-upload it without that section, out of respect for that individual.
But I don't think anyone's going to complain that you're reintroducing their long-lost music for a lot of them to the world,
Exactly.
And
And
people I hope people exist.
I hope that people, and I went to a lot of trouble to find, like, a lot of the modules I have don't have any composer information in them. So there's a really good website called the Amiga Music Preservation Project, where they've actually gone to the trouble of finding out who the composers were, like their real names, their handles, what groups they were affiliated with, all this information about the songs and the composers. And I found all of them, all these ones that I'd been enjoying for years. So when I was doing the research for the show, in a lot of cases, it was the first time I'd ever discovered who did it. And then
you're like finding different tracks for like different, like, hey, these two tracks are from the same person. Did you ever do that? Or
well, a little bit. There was a couple like that. And then also just, I mean, the real joy there is, like, I've enjoyed this track from this composer for all these years, like literally 20, 30 years. Now I can see what else they've done. Like, if they did any other stuff, I might enjoy as well, because it's quite an extensive archive there.
A lot of people still make music under other project names. And,
they do, yeah.
Release it elsewhere.
Thought it was interesting that you started doing the stream with this techno music and stuff from the Amiga days.
Mm-hmm.
No joke, I think it was a couple days ago, or I think it was on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
At work, a customer walked up and they were wearing an Apex Twin shirt.
Nice.
I'm like, my God, I have not thought about or listened to anything from the Apex
That's
Twins
totally from the same era, too. That's great.
Yeah, from a long freaking time.
Yeah, I love it. Apex Twin's great. So
Come to Daddy, that video is
Come
creepy.
to Daddy, yes.
That's like
eat
true
your
nightmare
soul.
The creepy as fuck video.
Are you talking about the movie Come to Daddy?
No, I'm talking about the music video.
It deeply disturbed me when I first saw it as an impressionable youth.
Yes. Yeah, it fucked me up good.
It was, and now it's like an old-time favorite, but yeah, all of Apex Twin stuff is like that, very creepy, and like these sort of takes place in these like burned out old industrial buildings and stuff. It's like really cool.
The PS2 rhythm game Frequency, they introduced me to the Apex Twins.
Oh, really?
One of their songs is in the game.
Oh, nice.
Interesting. That's pretty cool. I think Apex Twin is a one-man band, if I'm not mistaken.
Pretty sure, yeah.
It's just a one guy does it.
They're
a really creepy guy that's on all the stations.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's very much like a Dead Mouse kind of character.
He is. Yeah.
I know that the Apex Twin records, the vinyl records, are ridiculously expensive.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
I bet. Yeah. No, they're very.
Because
they're like collector's items.
the Apex Twins specifically is one of those bands or one of those groups or
It's not plural. Just so you know.
That even if someone had never really listened to like that kind of music or tech or anything,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of know who they are. Like they've
Oh, yeah.
heard them in
Without even realizing it, yeah.
you know, they've heard that name before. You know, not very often does a band like that ever permeate popular culture that much, especially the type of music that they do. Usually it's in there, it's in its own group, and it kind of never leaves that group.
It is, yeah. It was.
I think Daft Punk is another example of a
Mhm.
band that has, you know, it plays towards a very core genre of music,
Mhm.
but it has permeated the popular culture
It
to a
expanded,
very
yeah.
widespread appeal.
Yeah.
Even to
there's
the
a
point
few.
to win Album of the Year back, like when Tron Legacy came out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, such a good soundtrack. But I mean, there's a few bands like that kind of come out of that era. I remember the first Daft Punk one I ever saw was Da Funk, specifically the music video where it was this anthropomorphic dog guy, you know, just kind of walking around downtown at night, and he bumps into an old friend of his, and it's just this nice little sweet story set to this, you know, funky music. And I was like, there's something about this, like, even at the time I was like, there's something about this band, like, I hope they carry on and, you know, become reasonably big. And well, boy, did they ever.
You want to know a band that no one talks about anymore that you used to love? Juno Reactor.
Juno Reactor. I
God.
love
There's a
Juno
fucking throwback for
Reactor.
you.
Yeah, Juno Reactor.
Introduced me
was
by
great.
a fucking an app for
Halcyon
AOL
and on and
computer
on and
tools.
on.
Yeah, Halcyon and on and on. It's like classic.
Oh,
Mortal
yeah.
Kombat and Hackers.
Yeah. Yeah, Juno Reactor was great. They did a lot of their own stuff. They did
Hey,
a lot of
Jellyface. Hi.
They did a lot of collaborations as well, which were always really cool. Collaborating with other kind of, you know, up and coming musicians, or just, you know, people that kind of
That's
fit
what I was-
their strangeness, you know.
That's what I was trying to think of. There's, again, continuing with odd bands that you haven't thought about in a very long time. Because one, I was trying to remember the name, and again, I knew it because it was one of the songs in Game Frequency. It was the band Freeze Pop.
Freeze Pop. I don't know that one.
You've never heard a Freeze Pop song?
I have
Juno
not.
Reactor's still making music.
Nice.
They are.
Nice.
Yes.
Actually, you know who is funny? Speaking of like Amiga stuff that I've enjoyed for years, and then found connections I didn't even think of exploring. The Rave Busters, which was one of my favorite groups of musicians from that era. They did about 300 plus music modules over a roughly 5-year period. Like, very prolific, very talented. A lot of original stuff and a lot of remixes of popular club hits at the time. And there's this one in particular that I really enjoyed and have always enjoyed for years, called Can't Stop Ravin'. And it occurred to me, it's like, wait a minute, this is a remix. I'm going to look up the original. So I looked up the original, and the original is by this group called Dune, which was like one of the big dance club, happy hardcore giants of the 90s. And completely by coincidence, the time I'm looking them up, they're in the middle of a comeback through streaming on YouTube. So the head guy, like the DJ guy who heads up the group, I don't know his name, dude from Germany, and he's doing this series of live streams on his YouTube channel called Can't Stop Streamin', where basically he's doing live, about 70, 90-minute sets of a lot of their old hits, but also a lot of other big dance hits of the era and stuff like that. And it's just like a party, it's just so much fun. So it's like, wow, that's so cool. But so it's like, so that's an example. The reason I mentioned is that's an example of discovering something through Amiga music modules, and then finding, discovering the actual band that it was a remix of, and just kind of falling in love with it in a whole new way, like falling in love with the music in a whole new way. So it's pretty cool.
I'm going through this music list, and it's throwing old bands at me that I haven't thought about. Like I mean, for me, in these, and I think for a lot of you, you know, the legendary from like the late '90s, early 2000s, the Mr. Paul Oakenfold.
Oh yes,
You know, that's just
absolutely.
I don't know how many
He did some
fucking,
great
like,
remixes.
remixes and tech songs from Paul that is just.
What was
You know,
that?
there's
There
all
was
these-
one in particular. I'm trying to
I think it's
remember what
called
it was.
Children. No, that's another person, I think.
No, Children was Robert Miles.
Yeah, Robert
But there was
Miles,
one in particular. I remember there was a Paul Oakenfold remix that I thought was better than the original song. And I'm trying to
Faster
remember.
Go Pussycat was the one I'm thinking of.
I'm trying to remember what it was.
Starry-eyed surprise, Face mentioned it.
Starry-eyed surprise. I'm
That
just
brought me all the way back. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna do a quick look here. I'll know. I should know it when I see the title.
Yeah, from
With
just
Faster Go
answering in the
Pussycat,
chat
yeah.
here
Faster
for.
Kill. Yes, you're right.
Or Ellie Face, yeah, Paul Oakenfold got into my head with Starry-Eyed Surprise. For
Yeah.
me, it was the song "See It,"
Oh, he's done
Because it was
so
just very-
much. Holy shit.
like atmospheric and very like, almost like you listen to it while like floating through space. It was kind of like a. I guess I was like, can you?
Oh,
see
he actually did a track on the remix, or on the Matrix. That might be.
That's you know what I'll tell you what, the new Matrix movie needs to have just a bunch of old throwback artists and
That'd be awesome.
bring everyone back. Who's still making
That'd be
music, bring them
awesome.
all back.
They
to the
had
tracks.
such
do.
a good soundtrack for those movies.
Like
Like
whatever
not just the
you're
score,
making
but
right now, whatever,
the licensed
however
music
you
too.
roll.
That's the one he did.
make an album. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Dread Rock. He did the song, the theme to Matrix Revolution.
Yeah.
That
Good
might be
track.
the one I'm thinking of. But I'm sure
Red
there was
Rock.
another one. I can't. God, I didn't realize he'd done so much. I'm just scrolling through the list here. There's millions.
He's very prolific. Yes.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
oh, he did one of the Massive Attack.
The new Matrix doesn't have classics from the '90s and some modern artists. I'll Into the Spider-Verse. I will scream. I definitely want some throwback artists, or I'm gonna
Yeah.
scream. Like
Yeah, that'd be.
you know.
I would say if I had a modern.
Oh my
composer
God, he did a remix
or
of the Host of
producer
Seraphim, the Dead Can Dance
that
song.
kind of reminds me of,
I have to check
you know,
that
like
out.
Paul Oakenfold and that kind of stuff. And it would be on YouTube. It would be I've posted some of the music that this person's done in our music section. It's the Fat Rat. If you've ever,
I didn't see those at all. Actually, I haven't heard them.
it's been a while. It's
Okay.
but
Been a
yeah.
while. Okay. Well, I definitely fucking probably don't remember, even if I did hear it.
Yeah, I don't know. It might have been that
Um,
Matrix song.
I guarantee you,
yeah.
if you've watched any channel that has to do, like if you ever watched, that has to do with somebody making something, or somebody like a scientist, or one of those creation channels.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
is
guarantee you've heard one of these songs, because he put up. The Fat Rat put out a couple of these songs that were free to use, and like
Okay.
YouTubers went crazy over them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they were used like if I played one, you'd be like, oh yeah, I've probably watched a few videos that had that song playing in the
Oh,
background.
probably. Yeah.
It's one of those, you know.
Very prolific, but the ones that no one uses because he charges for them. I mean, he's an amazing composer.
The
Highly recommend it.
sorry to answer Major Motoko's question. Major Motoko was saying, didn't you find a music track on an Amiga game that fit perfectly and used it on the farewell video of the old apartment? Sort of. I have a lot of Amiga CD32 discs and 90s era CD-ROM games. This was before kind of MP3 came along and like the more efficient compression, like sound compression algorithms. So a lot of those discs and games and whatnot would just use actual CD tracks for the music that would play simultaneously as you're playing the game. So it freed up all the sound chips, sound channels for game sound effects and whatnot, and then it could have and it could play it simultaneously with the CD track. So what that was I actually had a disc, an Amiga CD32 demo disc, which had game demos of a bunch of different games, and this was a disc that came out around the era that around the time that Commodore went out of business. They filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and everything was just on fire, basically.
So this was late 80s, early 90s.
It was late. It was mid 90s. It was 1994 that they filed for bankruptcy.
Whenever.
So basically, I don't know what the song was called. I don't know who composed it. I've been trying to find out for years, but it was just this little track. I'm guessing some indie duo or something did it, and it was just this kind of goodbye song, and it just had this wonderful kind of melancholy vibe to it, and I used it. And it's funny because everybody who's heard that song has told me how much they love it and want to know who did it, and I'm like, I don't know. I've tried to find out for years. So, but I've never been able to find out. Hopefully one day I'll be able to find out. I haven't found the song anywhere else. I've only ever heard it on that CD. So it's like one of those just kind of weird mysteries, like no idea where it was. I don't even know where it's used on the demo disc, like if it's even in a game or a demo or a slideshow or something, or if it's just a hidden music track on there that they threw on for someone to discover. And it's just one of those mysterious things that I found and fell in love with and used in that video. So, and it's apparently quite obscure because Content ID didn't pick it up at all. They didn't even blink. So I have no idea. But I love that song. I just call it Goodbye because that seems to be the recurrent lyric. So that song is called Goodbye as far as I'm concerned. And it's just a wonderful little melancholy piece. Duet. Guitar and vocals. Acoustic guitar and vocals. Anyway.
We were carrying on about other artists who'd won on the albums. They're talking about a Pop Tigma Berserk and VNV Nation would be good fits for Matrix.
VNV Nation.
Contract.
Love VNV Nation.
Yes. From My Hands or Illusion still like fucking destroys me. Those two songs are so
See, that's an
powerful.
example of one where I like one of the remixes better than the original.
Which
specifically the song Legion. There's
Legion.
Yeah, there's a remix of Legion that I like. I just feel has a little bit more oomph than the original and just kind of speaks to me a little more. Which version is that? I have it here somewhere. I'll see if I can find which.
Yeah, From My Hands. That song will absolutely if you have had any if you've ever had a breakup, From My Hands will fucking make you sob.
It's the Janus.
If you listen to the lyrics.
The Janus remix. That's the one.
The Janus remix. Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
of Legion. Yeah, I love it.
It's so brutal. And if you have like
great.
if you have like self-image issues at all, like the Illusion, that song is just like so heavy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, they're great. Well, and Legion, I think that's just kind of the way their music
Legion
is.
would work great, honestly.
It's very, cuts deep.
Oh yeah, good. And for me, lyrical content's super important. Like it's very important. I have to be able to hear the lyrics, understand what the lyrics are about, and like I like to read the lyrics and like try to decipher the song.
Yeah.
It's really important to me.
Absolutely.
So when the lyrics resonate with me, they really resonate with me, and I just latch on to the song. It's in the headcanon. It's partially why I'm such a big fan of the band Lucero. Like, not generally a genre I like, but the lyrics resonate with me so hard.
Yeah, like this part, the chorus for Legion gets me every time. It says, "And what will happen? Will I dream? I'm too scared to close my eyes. For a second, please hold me. None can change in me these things that I believe, but I don't know what happens now. I'm too scared to close my eyes."
Itchy.
Like, wow.
Moment. God.
And I'm just reading it. Like, when you actually hear it in the song with the music and just everything, it's powerful. It's actually Cass. Cass introduced me to that. I'd never heard it before. And
they still make music. They still make good
amazing.
music. It's just there's just so much music out there. It's harder to find.
Well, especially now with the internet and social media and stuff, it's just proliferated so far beyond what it was back in the day.
There's several like artists who I've just discovered through the internet randomly, and have just been like, I would have never found you if like some random person didn't tweet your song into my feed, and I'm so glad I found some of these bands.
Oh yeah.
The sound from late 90s is probably due to like the synths they were using, the recording equipment, you know, and like that all has like that all factors into the sound. And now we have much cleaner sound recording, so things are
Yeah.
less prone to have like distortion and variance and stuff like that.
Well, I mean,
But what's interesting to me is that they are now trying to like replicate some of that distortion. You
Some
know?
fans
oh yeah,
are,
yeah. For
yeah.
it's like the sort of you know, you want your video to have a retro feel. You put some VHS noise and dropouts over it. You know, like you want to have that kind of vibe to it.
Like,
which back in the day was undesirable and annoying, but now it's like nostalgic.
I don't like actual psych rock, right? But there is psych doom, which sounds just like psych rock, but it's heavier. And like, there's this band called The Riven, and I have nostalgia for a fucking genre I never liked before, because they sound exactly what that genre should have sounded like to begin with.
Yeah,
But it sounds like the old. It sounds like the old music.
yeah.
But like,
Yeah, I love it
it's
when music
new. It's good.
brings you back to like a really good time in your life.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like something that, you know, during that time period, it's the type of music you would be listening to or something you were watching or doing,
Like
and it
synthwave.
it just puts you right back in that moment. And
Mhm.
it's, yeah, I fucking love when that happens. I can never tell when it's gonna happen, but when it does, it hits
Yeah.
in almost instantly.
That whole synthwave, new retrowave stuff. That stuff, like, oh man, that sounds like I'm back in the 80s.
Oh my God, retro, new, yeah, retrowave. I love that stuff.
Synthwave, retrowave, same thing.
Yeah.
They're used all different kinds. They're also
Yeah,
what was the other
new retrowave.
Outrun. That was the other genre name. All the same genre practically.
Yeah,
Slight variances.
that wonderful kind of synth with the drum machine,
Yeah.
simple beats of the drum
Ah,
machine,
yes,
but it just has this
That's what.
kind of atmosphere and vibe to it that it really calls back that era, like Jan Hammer and Harold Faltermeyer and all those great old synth composers from the 80s.
Yes.
But okay, we should probably
Damn it,
get.
JL. I have a terrible memory. Okay, it's a
We should-
terrible memory.
Did you ever watch the Wild Thornberry Stout? And what was your specific favorite episode and line and
know-
moment?
I will have you know that I know the name of Nigel Thornberry, and I literally cannot remember the names of any other fucking character. Although I remember the
God, I
characters.
can't either.
There's a fucking monkey. There, what's her
Fucking
name? Eliza,
monkey.
I think.
Yeah.
I think Eliza is actually the main character.
Yeah. That's my character. Okay.
I know
Okay.
what we're talking about. I lost.
News.
And then there was a teenage sister.
Some
Go
chick with
ahead.
braces. Anyway, news. All I know is Nigel Thornberry was voiced by Tim Curry. So, there you go. That's all I care
Three
about.
rules.
Other than that, have no
Ooh,
interest in the show
coil,
whatsoever,
yeah.
or pretty much anything from that era of Nickelodeon. Anyway, trailers. Official trailer for the HBO Max original series Raised by Wolves, premiering September 3rd. The program centers around two androids, father and mother, tasked with raising human children on a mysterious new planet after the Earth was destroyed by a great war. As the burgeoning colony of humans threatens to be torn apart by religious differences, the androids learn that controlling the beliefs of humans is a treacherous and difficult task. Co-created by legendary filmmaker Ridley Scott. Sold. Absolutely there for
Ridley
that.
Scott is an amazing filmmaker.
Except I don't have HBO Max. Well,
So
I
I'm like,
do. I'll be watching that.
cool.
I won't because I don't
Um,
have HBO Max.
Oh, really want to see this one too, actually. Official trailer for the Shout Studios documentary Stunt Women, The Untold Hollywood Story. Narrated by Michelle Rodriguez, an action documentary about the evolution of stunt women from the mid-1910s and beyond. Nice. Really want to see this one. So I'm going to watch the shit out of this one. Official trailer for the Netflix original series Ratched, premiering September 18th. A young nurse, Mildred Ratched, played by Sarah Paulson, works at a mental institution where she becomes jaded, bitter, and a downright monster to her patients. So it's basically an origin story for Nurse Ratched from One Flew Over.
Don't want to care about Nurse Ratched. Fuck her.
You're not going to care about her. She's pure evil. It's about her descent
Oh
into
no, they're
evil.
gonna fucking humanize her. Trust
No.
me. You watch Game of Thrones. Oh no, watch it. I'm not watching. They're gonna humanize her. I don't care.
But anyway, I really want to see that.
She's a cinematic monster. I don't need her humanized.
Okay, let's watch the show and see if that's what actually happens. Anyway, I really want to see that because I love One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Thank you very much. Anyway.
Me too, which is why I don't want to see it.
Well, and also Sarah Paulson is a fantastic actor, and I know it's going to be a really interesting character study. So,
I like the money pit. That is my answer to that.
Anyway,
What?
official trailer for the Inuyasha sequel series, Yashahime, Princess Half-Demon, an adventure following Sesshomaru's half-demon twin daughters, Toa and Setsuna, as they set out to discover the mysteries of their past along with Moroha, the daughter of Inuyasha, and Kagome. Cool, never saw the original, but I'm sure...
Neither did I
know there's a lot of fans...
The anime nerds I just heard are very excited.
That I'm
they say
sure
it looks
will
really
love
good.
this.
So.
Cool. Official trailer for the documentary Robin's Wish, an intimate portrait of Robin Williams and his invulnerable spirit. Robin's Wish is the story of what really happened to one of the greatest entertainers of all time and what his mind was fighting. Oh, I want to see that, but I know that's going to be a rough ride.
That one is going to crush you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And everybody watches it.
Man, you can't watch it without me because I can't think I can watch it with
almost
myself.
Yeah.
like at that same level.
That what?
Because
What,
I said
Eric?
at the same time, I almost don't want to watch it because it's just one of those I don't want to know.
Yeah.
No.
I know enough about what happened to know that it was pretty much one of the worst ways anybody could die.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it happened to somebody like him, especially, is incredibly heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
Yeah.
Watching that, a documentary about that, they're going to play up that fact, and it is going to crush you. Your soul will be turned into a fine dust, which the fucking filmmakers will then sniff up like rock cocaine. All right?
Okay.
Sniff.
Anyway, official trailer for the
sniff rock.
official trailer for the action thriller The Owners. A group of friends think they find an easy score at an empty house with a safe full of cash. But when the owners, an elderly couple, come home early, the tables are suddenly turned. Based on the French graphic novel Une Nuit de Pleine Lune, translated to Night of the Full Moon, and starring Maisie Williams of Game of Thrones fame. Cool. Sounds like it could be cool. Official trailer for the Amazon original film Get Duked, premiering August 28th. An anarchic, hip-hop inspired comedy that follows four city boys on a wilderness trek as they try to escape a mysterious huntsman, starring Eddie Izzard. Interesting.
Ooh.
Interesting.
You said Eddie Izzard? Oh.
Official trailer for the documentary Pretending I'm a Superman, the Tony Hawk video game story. The story of how skateboarding became a part of the mainstream by focusing on the success of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater video game franchise. Interesting. Oh, hey, this one I actually might be interested in. Official trailer for the Disney Plus animated film Phineas and Ferb the Movie, Candace Against the Universe, premiering August 28th. The famed stepbrother inventors know what they're going to do today. They're going to rescue their sister from an alien abduction. There you go.
All right.
I actually liked Phineas and Ferb. I thought it was a fun show. I liked the idea of it.
Never my thing.
My nieces
Alright.
watched it when they were
Did you say a
little,
fun film?
Yeah, I thought it was on the list of those weird shows that were coming out. It was one of the better ones.
Yeah, I liked it.
Like,
well,
it did
Rosie
well.
used to watch it, so I watched it with her.
My ex was super into it, and so like I'm familiar with it. It seems like a really cool show. Like I just had never watched it.
All right.
Yes.
Just kind of went on my radar.
I'm vaguely familiar with it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What? Phineas and Ferb. Yeah. She smiled. There's a movie coming out, apparently. An animated movie, yeah.
Ooh.
I heard that.
Official trailer for the documentary The Way I See It. Former chief official White House photographer Pete Souza's journey as a person with top secret clearance and total access to the president from Ronald Reagan to Barack Obama. Bless you.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Official trailer for the Netflix original film I'm Thinking of Ending Things, premiering September 4th. Based on Ian Reid's, or Lane Reid, is that an L? Ian Reid's acclaimed novel. Full of misgivings, a young woman travels with her new boyfriend to his parents' secluded farm. Upon arriving, she comes to question everything she thought she knew about him and herself. Co-written and directed by Charlie Kaufman. That's something I would like to see. Have to check that out. Official trailer for the biographical film Judas and the Black Messiah. The story of Fred Hampton, chairman of the Illinois Black Panther Party, and his fateful betrayal by FBI informant William O'Neill. Hampton will be portrayed by Daniel Kaluuya of Get Out and Black Panther fame. Very nice.
Is that... I think that's what Black Klansman is about, right?
I think
I don't know.
so, maybe? I'm not sure.
It's a Spike Lee joint, I believe.
It is, I just haven't seen it.
Nice.
Anyway.
Official trailer for the documentary Happy, Happy, Joy, Joy, the Ren and Stimpy story. A documentary that explores the rise and fall of the Ren and Stimpy show and its controversial creator, John Kricfalusi.
It's really sad to me that he got involved, or that there was controversy with him. It's like, well, fuck's sake. Can't I have some heroes that aren't fucking assholes?
No, never.
God damn it.
You can't have heroes. They're human. You can't have humans as your heroes.
Yeah.
Because humans are flawed.
Yes. Movie and TV news. Speaking of Ren and Stimpy, Comedy Central has greenlit a reboot on the former Nickelodeon and Spike adult animated series. Details are scarce, but the Viacom CBS-owned cable network plans to hire a new creative team for the update, which will be reimagined for a new generation. This comes after prior news that Clone High, Beavis and Butthead, and a Daria spin-off have also all been given the green light. Raptor's reaction: this is all great, but if you don't bring back Billy West, then it's all for nothing. Hell yeah. Billy West is Stimpy. And the voice of Stimpy, he decided to do as an impersonation of Larry Fine from the Three Stooges. So he said everybody does because he said everybody does impersonations of Moe and Curly, but nobody does Larry. So that was his decision to do Stimpy as Larry. Yeah.
When I just said sorry, I didn't mean it. I wasn't sorry at all. It was like the perfect Stimpy impersonation.
It was pretty good, yeah. And that was from the Happy Helmet episode. Just the way he said, Ren! What? Perfectly irritating. Disney has decided to forego a theatrical run and instead premiere their live-action adaptation of Mulan on Disney+, streaming beginning on September 4th. However, if you would like to watch the film, you would need to pay $29.99 on top of the $6.99 subscription price. This is a one-time purchase.
I will not be paying.
This is a one-time purchase. For as long as you are a subscriber, the film will be available for multiple viewings.
I'll buy the Blu-ray instead.
That's the thing. You can buy the fucking Blu-ray for that price and watch it as long as you want, whether or not you're a subscriber.
All right.
So, yeah, I think that is way too high for a streaming rental. And
well, as a single person or a person with like one child, yeah, but if you're like 5 kids, that could actually be money saver.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and if you're gonna stay subscribed forever, but again, you just dropped $30 on that fucking streaming movie when you could have dropped the same price on the Blu-ray and still had the convenience of watching it whenever you want.
Well,
I know. Being beholden to your subscription. I do not like that. Do not want.
But this is something that's in response to, like, nobody can go out to the theaters anymore because of the fucking COVID. So instead of going to the theaters, we're going to release our movies digitally instead.
Yeah.
And since we can't make the money we would have made typically, like the big fucking ticket prices you fucking have to pay at the theater, right?
Yeah.
We're going to average that shit out.
I get it.
Most people go to the theater with their families and pay $40, $50
I get it.
for tickets.
I get it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I pay that money to go to a theater to see the movie on a massive screen, to have that wonderful theater popcorn and other junk food, to be in a massive darkened theater with a bunch of strangers having a group experience. That's what I pay the $30 for. I don't pay $30 just to see the movie. If it's just to see the movie, I buy the Blu-ray, you know? But if it's something I want to have the theater experience, then yes, I will pay a premium for the theater experience. I see no justification to pay the same amount to watch something on my screen at home, which I could do anyway, you know?
That's a respectable opinion.
That's my take on it. So
I don't...
I agree with all that, but...
disparage you. I just have a different opinion.
I'm sure if I had five fucking kids, I'd probably keep.
If it was a movie I really wanted,
a different situation.
For instance,
obviously,
if it was Halloween Kills and they were saying $30 to see Halloween Kills, yeah, okay, take my fucking money. Take it.
Nah, I'll wait for the Blu-ray.
I'll wait for the Blu-ray. And that's what everybody's saying. Like I responded to a few Twitter posts about that. Talking about it, and I basically said what I just said, and they're like, so you mean to tell me if insert big name horror movie here came out, you wouldn't pay $20, $30 to see it? I don't think so. And it's like, no, actually I wouldn't.
I'll pay $30 to own it.
I'll pay $30 to own it. That's the price I pay to have it on my shelf.
The entire time I paid $30 for it, but I'll own it first.
And I probably wouldn't pay $30 for the Blu-ray either. I'd pay like maybe maybe 20, 25 tops. But
25 is
I just
Disney, right?
That's kind of the threshold.
What constitutes as the modern theater experience? It's like it's nowhere near the same as it used to be for me.
I got this right here.
I just don't care as much anymore.
No, it isn't. There's very few movies that I would want to go and see and like to have that experience. Like it has to be something special. And it has to be, and generally it has to be something that I want to take Rose to see, so she can have the theater experience, you know, and we can just enjoy a night out. And
I mean, I have like 3,000 movies, and I still keep buying them like before I buy a digital copy. Just I give away all my digital copies. I really don't keep any of it.
It's that same reason why I wanted to own a projector.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
It's just like I could pay $30 and have the home theater experience over and over and over and over again. For $30 flat. You know, and it's not paying $30 every time I want to go see it.
And if we all had the money, we'd have a little theater in our own homes.
Oh, absolutely, with like nice, comfy reclining seats with a drink holder in the arm.
Big fucking wall-size screen. Yeah,
absolutely, like 120-inch screen, 4K projector with 3D capabilities.
Yeah, projectors are a good investment if you have a place to hang.
Yeah, see, I can't afford the 4K projector, but a 3D 1080p one works just as well.
Like a proper size screen, and you want a screen, like with proper reflective.
Or
coating.
you can paint your wall to screen paint, which is basically the same thing.
Well, basically, it needs to be that reflective, like the silver or whatever, literally the silver screen. But yeah. So anyway, no.
That's the world's longest no.
Everybody has different opinions on this.
Well, not everybody has $30 to drop on a fucking compressed to hell streaming movie. Anyway,
a movie that was done better by Chinese people like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I do like the fact that
for a live action.
It's one that I would like to see. I like the fact that they didn't do it as a straight up adaptation of the animated movie in live action. I think that would have been ridiculous. I like the fact that they have an all Asian cast. I think production value wise, it looks great. And it's one I'm definitely interested in seeing and plan to see at some point, but not for that price.
There was a Chinese produced and directed and starred Mulan from
like
2015,
something like that. Yeah, it's
it's looking really good. I haven't seen it yet.
I'd like to see that one too. Yeah.
$30 for a live action Disney property, which has not exactly had a great track record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Filmmaker Nia DaCosta, who directed the upcoming Candyman film, has signed on to helm the sequel to Captain Marvel. Very cool.
Oh, yeah. I'm down with that.
Very nice. This one kind of came out of left field. Miramax Television is rebooting the 1997 sci-fi horror Mimic as a television series. Paul W.S. Anderson, the filmmaker behind Event Horizon and 4 of the Resident Evil films, actually I think all of the Resident Evil films.
All of them.
Yeah. Is set to direct the potential pilot and executive produce the series. Jim Danger Gray, writer on Netflix's Orange is the New Black and NBC's Hannibal, will write the adaptation. Oh, nice. Executive produce and serve as showrunner. Based on Donald A. Wollheim's short story of the same name, Mimic revolves around genetically engineered insects who evolve, developing the ability to mimic their human prey, and the race to stop them from taking over. Yeah, I always thought that, I've only seen the first movie, but I always thought the concept of it would work well as a series. Like, there's a lot you can do with that.
Me and Justin watched the whole series.
Enemy Within. Huh?
Me and Justin watched the whole series.
Did you?
The sequels are not good. The third one
No.
has such promise. It feels like it's a Rear Window, but it's yellow and a weird bug creature.
Interesting.
Delivers on none of that.
I need
it's
to
just
watch
boring
the rest.
somehow.
I have the trilogy.
It's 75 minutes and I'm bored to death.
Yeah.
Isn't Lance Henriksen in that one too?
I need to see the rest of them. But yeah,
even
I watched.
he can't save it.
I watched the director's cut of the first one, which I thought was really good. I actually really liked it.
No, I saw him in the theater.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When I saw the director's cut, it was a revelation.
Yeah.
It's vastly different.
Guillermo's much closer to Guillermo's original vision. Some really interesting extras on there too, where they talk about some of the alternate endings they had plans for, like that they considered.
Oh, yeah.
Some really interesting stuff on there.
Mimic's really good.
Yeah.
Entirely underrated.
A fifth film in the John Wick franchise has been confirmed and will be shot back-to-back with John Wick 4. The fourth film
wait a minute.
The fourth film has a tentative release date of May 2022. I still have yet to see a single one of them. I hear they're great.
I've seen the first one. It's really good.
Cool. I've heard that they're pretty consistently fun, so I need to check those out.
The gunplay is really enjoyable.
Nice.
And it's got a really good feel, like it's rewarding as a watcher. Like, like when you play a game, it feels good to shoot the gun.
Yes.
It's like that. You're watching him, Keanu shoot the gun, and he's entirely justified in all the murder he does. Yes.
Excellent.
Murder them all, Keanu. Murder them all.
Murder them all. And this is another franchise I really need to get caught up on. The seventh film in the Tremors franchise. Tremors, Shrieker Island, will be released in October, with Michael Gross returning as Burt Gummer. We damn well better be. The synopsis is as follows. The deadly graboids are back, illegally brought into a new island resort by a rich playboy looking for a trophy hunt. Oh, that's good. That could be fun. I like that idea.
And it's called Shrieker Island, so you know what happens.
Yes.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, I need to see all of those. I've only ever seen the first one and a couple random episodes of the short-lived TV series, and that's it.
Oh my god, the second one's my favorite of the sequels.
I need to see all of them.
They're all good.
I mean, even the first one was just, it was such perfectly crafted, cheesy fun. Like, it had all the right elements and all the right doses. It was such a great film.
For me, it was that catch it in the summertime because it played on TV about 500 million times.
Yeah,
I've seen it legitimately 100 times. Easily.
Yeah,
so
right. So much fun.
I mean, my favorite line in number 2 is like your line from number 2.
For me specifically, when you're like 6 years old and your parents know you're not supposed to be watching it, but they let you anyway because it's just technically it's such a stupid movie.
Yeah. But it's
making fun of the classic sci-fi movie.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's a love letter to those types of movies, and a perfectly crafted one.
Earl and Val's candor, with the way they play off each other throughout the whole fucking movie, so good.
Yeah, it's great. Spyglass Media Group has teamed with James Wan and his production house to develop a film based on the 1980s classic action series Knight Rider. T.J. Fixman, who previously wrote and developed video games such as Ratchet & Clank and Resistance Fall of Man, will pen the script. Oh, nice. So it should have some sort of little bit of tongue-in-cheek humor. All I can say is the Hoff better at least have a cameo. Come on. And it better still be the same car. I don't want to see some other car. Some fake kit. I want the Pontiac Trans Am.
For the love of fuck. Yeah, make it a Pontiac Trans Am, not a fucking black Mustang.
No.
Much as I love Mustangs.
Oh yeah, but it wasn't the same. I mean that specific model of car is so iconic as being kit. Like, it needs to be that car. And give it a bit of a retro vibe. A24, which we love because A24 is so consistently good, is getting into the animation business and has picked up Has Been Hotel for a full series run. Created, directed, written, and produced by Vivian Medrano. The program is an adult-targeted black comedy which follows Charlie, the princess of hell, as she tries to do the impossible, turn her demon subjects to the light, and humanely fix overpopulation in her violent, chaotic kingdom. With the help of her devoted partner Vaggie, or is that Vaggie, adult film star turned test case, Angel Dust, and a powerful entity known as the Radio Demon, Charlie invites sinister sinners of all descriptions to check in at the Has-Been Hotel and hopefully check out en route to heaven. For those interested, a pilot is currently on YouTube. Well, I'll be checking that out. Has-Been Hotel. Excellent. I like that. Solving overpopulation by redeeming the sinners.
Right? That's what I'm thinking about.
Such a wacky concept. I love it.
It's awesome. I've seen the pilot.
Oh, you've seen the pilot? Yeah. Okay, cool. Rosie's seen it.
It says 18 plus, but it's not that bad.
Okay.
It's
Like,
awesome.
oh my god.
It's become like an internet sensation.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
well, it's going to be a...
I followed the animator. It's really good.
Nice.
I just disassociate. What were we talking about?
There's going to be a full series, apparently.
Yeah, I know.
We were talking
about series A24 is picking up.
Yes, called Has Been Hotel. There's
That. Yeah,
yeah,
I heard
yeah.
about that. Sorry. I just associated there for a minute. It's been a bit stressful week. So.
no worries.
All good.
No worries. We're here.
Oh, yeah.
We're here when you come back.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah.
I'm back. That's why I'm talking. But,
I
like, I just
know.
got, like, you know,
I
something
figured.
like this.
Yep.
Yeah, that was me. I got lost.
Okay.
I was off in the desert somewhere.
You're lost, G.I. Joe. Lost.
Welcome back.
Oh, this sounds really interesting for all us cinephiles. I follow this Twitter account, too. Inspired by the popular Twitter account of the same name, HBO Max has greenlighted One Perfect Shot, a docuseries that celebrates some of the most iconic moments in filmmaking, narrated and executive produced by filmmaker Ava DuVernay, director of Selma and the upcoming Marvel's The Eternals. Each episode will feature one acclaimed director who will pull back the curtain on their most iconic shots. Using state-of-the-art technology, the directors will literally enter each shot, walking through the scene in 360-degree moments that allow viewers to join an immersive exploration of movie making. Filmmakers will share their obstacles, challenges, lessons, and triumphs as they detail how they created their crowning cinematic achievements, according to HBO Max.
So,
Cool.
That's awesome.
That sounds
there's
really
just something
cool.
I noticed. Like, I'm a pretty heavy Twitter user,
Mm-hmm.
and like I used to retweet One Perfect Shot a lot.
They're
But
great.
at some point, their content changed,
Mm-hmm.
and there just started to be a lot of links in their posts. They started pushing a lot of.
It's links to articles
like-
a lot of the time,
I know, but like,
rather than just
it-
pictures.
and it's all. And then I found out that the original owner sold off the brand, and that's why
Oh.
it's part of like a
Okay.
more corporate organization.
All right.
And so, like, it's
Still
there's
interesting,
nothing
though.
wrong with that. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, that was just something I noticed. I didn't know this until,
Yeah.
like, recently I found this out. I went,
Okay.
oh my god, is that what happened? I just by coincidence just stopped engaging their content
Yeah.
out of probably just
Yeah.
instinct. I don't know. I'm very anti-corporate, so like, oh, this thing's really corporate. I'm out.
Yeah, same here. Like I used to retweet their stuff a lot, like when they'd just kind of do the picture, just the images. But since they started linking to articles, I don't retweet as much. I'll like a post if it's something interesting.
I'll read their articles.
And I'll read the
It's
articles, and some of the articles can be interesting because the articles themselves it'll be like a feature on that particular director, and they have a bunch of shots from this particular movie that they're talking about, and it's really interesting stuff, especially for cinephiles. But
and there's nothing wrong with the way the format things. Just like
Yeah.
my brain noticed that they changed their format,
Yeah.
and I stopped liking their content as much.
yes,
There's nothing wrong with the content, mind you. Just that's not my thing, I guess, anymore.
a
kinda weird.
Who's the Boss sequel series is in development at Sony Pictures Television. Tony
I did want to say I
Danza.
want to see that series. Though. I meant to say.
Yes.
Sorry.
Tony Danza and Alyssa Milano are on board to reprise their iconic roles as Tony and Samantha Michelli, a father-daughter relationship that families around the world grew up with over the course of 196 episodes on ABC from 1984 to 1992. I actually used to watch
That's a
that
lot
all
of
the time
episodes.
when I was young.
I've seen a few episodes.
Alyssa Milano, by the way, was my very first celebrity crush because we are
Aww.
exactly the same age, the difference of a couple months.
Aww.
Yeah. I may have mentioned that to her on Twitter. Anyway. The new show will take place 30 years after the events of the original series, centered around former Major League Baseball player, retired housekeeper Tony Michelli, and his relationship with his daughter Samantha Michelli. She is now a single mother, living in the house the original series was set in. Interesting.
Oh, that's neat. I mean, that sounds cool.
I might check that out because I mean, I definitely was I haven't seen the original show since I was a kid, but I definitely checked that out for nostalgic reasons. I still love Tony Danza and Alyssa Milano. I mean, it's just they're just both.
All
so
I
wonderful.
have to say is, hold me closer, Tony Danza.
Oh God.
God.
Thank you, friends, for getting that stuff in there. I know it existed before then, but
Anyway, after a protracted bidding war, Sony and its TriStar division have won the rights to I Wanna Dance with Somebody, the musical biopic of the late great singer Whitney Houston. Anthony McCartan, the writer behind the Queen biopic Bohemian Rhapsody, will pen the screenplay, with Stella Meggy, who is behind the Issa Rae romance The Photograph, will direct. Cool.
I haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody yet.
I'm not interested in seeing that, but I'm definitely interested in seeing Bohemian Rhapsody, which looks amazing.
I'm interested in seeing the Whitney Houston biopic.
I have no interest in Whitney Houston.
But I mean, maybe the trailer will tell me otherwise.
Yeah, well, I mean, the trailer might make me want to see the movie. I don't know,
Yeah.
but at this point, I don't. I'm not a fan.
What were you saying, Eric?
I get what people are,
saying,
but I'm not a fan.
I'm kind of on the same page with Sean. I don't have a lot of nostalgia with Whitney Houston. So
No.
Oh yeah.
I actually have
there'd be
bad
nothing
memories
there
of
for
Whitney
me.
Houston because
Oh no,
of,
I just
it
don't
is
have
so-
enough memories to really get the movie.
I
Because-
just really like biopics. That's really what it boils down to.
well, that's true. Biopics are cool. I will agree with you there. No,
not
for
really a
me,
huge fan of
for me,
music
a lot of her music brings up memories of unpleasant times in my life because
Unbelievable.
people I
This
knew
guy says
who were
he's a
not
Star
nice
Wars
to me
fan, but he
were big
doesn't even
fans.
have the
So I
Ewok
just kind of have that
movies.
association in
Those
my
are
brain.
the best ones.
So
How can
I
you
just have
call
no
yourself
I actually
a big
used to
Star
like her
Wars
back in the
fan
80s when
if
she
you
was
don't
starting
have
out.
The original
But-
Ewok
I don't have the
movies?
problems with music. I was never into her music, but I'm interested in
But
biopics.
also,
so.
yeah.
So that's my interest level.
And thank you, JL.
I don't.
Yeah, it's one of those. I knew who she was. I heard a bunch of her music.
Yeah.
That's about as far as it went.
Pretty much. In streaming news, HBO Max has renewed the animated series Close Enough for a second season. Shudder has done the same with their series Cursed Films, and after a critically praised first season, Hulu has decided to cancel their high-fidelity series. Well,
Yeah. Critically
Bummer.
praised and they cancel it. Think about that.
yeah. It's too good. It's too good to last.
If you don't like it, cut it. Like,
Yeah.
It's successful though.
I know.
Get it out of here!
This I'm looking
Yeah, right.
forward to. The reboot to the classic 90s animated series Animaniacs has an official release date, November 20th on Hulu.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Rob Paulson and everybody are on board, too.
I will definitely
yeah.
be dusting off my Hulu account to check that out.
I need to shell out for the complete series set of the original. I need that in my life. The original was so brilliant and subversive
You haven't.
and
Yeah, I
hilarious.
do believe you've never watched Animaniacs. You don't have a life.
Oh, I used to watch it all the time when it was
Weird.
on. I loved it.
You can also be born
and,
too late for it too.
That and Tiny Toons. I thought they were both just brilliant updates of the classic
You're
Looney Tunes
millennial.
madness. you
I
know?
hope.
Watching Animaniacs and Tiny Toon Adventures, then
Yeah.
what the fuck did you do with your
I
life?
just hope this new series.
Who are you?
I just hope this new series gets Zoomers to go back and watch the older stuff that the rest
Absolutely.
of us are into.
Absolutely, I'm sure.
Oh, Stoudman rolled his fucking
hope
whole
it
head
does.
to the word Zoomers.
Zoomers.
That was great.
Oh, that
Fucking-
wasn't
His
intentional.
whole fucking body rolled like, oh, I shuddered with
Full
disgust.
body eye roll.
Introduce Zoomers into something more than Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know one Zoomer who has seen a lot more than that. Her name happens to be Rosie.
There you go.
This is interesting. A federal judge has given the green light to the Justice Department to terminate the 71-year-old consent decrees that have restricted major studio control over the exhibition process. The lifting of the decrees will clear the way for studios to once again take significant ownership of theater chains, now in dire straits because of the pandemic. But more importantly for the industry, the elimination of the decrees means that studios and exhibitors will be allowed to engage in a host of business practices that have been prohibited since the late 1940s.
They can now own the entire distribution chain, which they couldn't before, where production, distribution, and exhibition, they could choose to but not have all three. And now they can have all three.
Interesting.
Yep, it's basically like
it's the death
reason
of
that law.
small
The reason that law was placed in the way that it was, and worded the way that it was so that they couldn't have a monopoly over the entire film industry.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Which
so
they now
what
will.
this does is
Great.
to essentially bring back that allowance of monopoly. So they can now monopolize and control every aspect of the film industry,
Yay.
which is very, very bad
Yep.
for independent film.
Like
Yeah.
Skinslip was
very,
saying
very,
before,
very, very, very bad.
Unless it's
Before we went
studio-backed
live.
independent films.
Those aren't independent. Then.
Well, you
No,
know what I mean, though, like
like,
Fox Searchlight
we
and things
wanted-
like that.
you could
Those
easily
aren't
get
independent
points,
films.
like
They
you
are
were
independent
saying.
films. They just got the backing of a studio. Jesus Christ.
That
Let
makes it
Eric-
no longer independent.
Well, whatever. It's
Anyway,
close enough.
like I said, what you were saying earlier, Skinslip, before we went live, was we could have, only Paramount movies are being shown in official Paramount theaters,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
DreamWorks films and DreamWorks
Or
theaters.
and more likely Disney
or
movies will only
Disney
be
films and
Disney-owned
only
theaters.
Disney theaters.
It's
Yeah.
interesting. Like, I think to some extent it's been like that in Canada already for quite a while. Because I remember when I worked for the movie theater, it was a movie theater chain that was owned by Viacom, which meant that if it was a Paramount movie, we got it. Other studios would open it up for bidding between the theater chains. Like, we had two major theater chains here. But if it was a Paramount movie, it always went to our chain. Always. There was no bidding. It just went to our chain. So to be like that, but on a bigger scale
over.
with all the
Yep.
studios.
And now it's gonna be even harder for small people to get the smaller films to get released.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause
thankfully
a lot of small
there's
theaters are gonna go out of business now.
thankfully there's more digital venues for such things now.
Wow.
So hopefully
You're an
the
idiot.
hell.
Because the thing about this is like
Thanks,
small
Jill.
theaters can't afford to pay the new exorbitant cost
Yeah.
to exhibit the film. So Paramount has their own theater, and you're in the same city as Paramount. What's to stop them? Because this law doesn't exist anymore. Nothing stops them from saying charging you 3 times as much to exhibit their movie
Well,
that
you
they're
won't be
also
able
going
to.
to exhibit.
You won't be able to.
Yeah, no one can afford that shit, and so
Yeah.
purposely done that.
Yeah.
That's the part that's gonna be really gross.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's going to be favoritism and crowding, and be like, no, we're gonna
Capitalism, yo.
have all these big films. We're just going to
Unchecked
squeeze out all the little
Yeah.
guys by, making prices unrealistic and.
So,
Yeah.
something a little happier. Toy news. Toy company Boss Fight Studio have acquired the license to the overly popular Netflix series The Umbrella Academy, which I haven't watched yet. I've heard it's really good. While no images are available at this time, they have revealed that Klaus, Vanya, Diego, and Cha-Cha will be available in the first assortment. The second quarter of 2021 is being targeted for the first wave. So there you
That's
go.
not right. They do have digital sculpts and a small promo image. It's not a very big image. It's got the car. There's like a car and like.
Oh, I saw
some-
with the...
It's
yeah,
very, it's
got it.
very rough. They had like very early prototypes.
Yeah. That's fine.
Boss Fight Studios is one of my favorite companies. They're the ones who just announced Flash Gordon and the Flash Gordon action figures and the Zorro action figures.
Nice. Are they based
And-
on the Filmation, or...?
Yes. the
Really?
King Feature stuff. Based on King Feature stuff.
Oh,
Specifically King Features.
oh
It's all
my
that
god.
old stuff. They also
That's
have
pretty
been.
cool.
They're also licensing the stuff from the movie from Flash Gordon also, but they're doing other things from King Features also down the line,
Nice.
including the Defenders of the Earth.
Nice.
So,
Bye, Stoud.
and we lost Stoudman. And so
Probably
like
around 5
this is they did Bucky O'Hare was in that and Sam and
Nice.
Max recently last year or two,
Nice.
last few years, and so this is their biggest license get. This is
Yeah.
a big thing.
Oh, King Features is huge.
Netflix giving them a big property of theirs to do something with, which is huge.
Oh, Umbrella. Oh, right, Umbrella Academy. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no,
that's-
that's
so
a big
that's-
hit on
that's
Netflix.
good.
I know that everybody
Yeah.
talks about it. I just haven't watched it yet. It sounds very
I mean,
X-Men-esque, which is what
They
appealed
also
to me.
did,
Yeah.
with Sectars. Oh wait, this one's the same company. Same. They helped make these happen. It's a different company, but they
It's so
helped like
beautiful.
with the process of getting this to come to reality. So
Can somebody
they're-
put the frickin' Sectars miniseries on DVD, please? Please.
I know, right? I know, right?
It's only 5
or a single
episodes,
Blu-ray.
1 disc.
And then humanoids. I'm kidding.
Yeah, do like a short-lived gems collection. And Humanoids, Visionaries, Sectars. Done.
Yeah, there you go. Shit, that's great.
I'd buy the shit out of that.
Yep.
Anyway.
100% would.
So you have some video game news, Eric? What's on the screen this week?
Got a little bit of Contra Hardcore.
Oh.
Now it's just gone. Never gonna see Stout again.
Never see Stout again.
Lost to the ether.
Lost in time and space.
Yeah.
To the internet ether.
Yeah, he's not even on Discord. He's just gone.
No, his power probably went out,
He has ceased to exist.
or his internet went out. One of the two,
Or
But,
both.
or both. Yes. Well, the power goes out, the internet goes out. To be
All
fair.
of the things.
A lot.
All
of
right,
times
so
not.
video game news here. What do we got? Let's see. We got a trailer, another trailer for Hitman 3. This time it is a PlayStation VR trailer.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Hitman.
I
And
think
then,
Let's
yeah,
go with that.
it looks pretty good. I mean, obviously it's played up and not real, but the trailer, like the stuff that's happening in the trailer. But because it shows like the person walking up to a table and having a conversation with the virtual characters, and it's just like, yeah, okay, no, that's not. But still, it's just cool that there's going to be the new Hitman game is going to have a VR option. That's
Very
that's
nice.
nice.
VR stealth. I would be amazing at that.
Anyway. Okay. Oh, Splinter Cell. Anyway.
That segue, Jesus.
We got an announcement that the Serious Sam 4 release date has been moved from August to September 24th.
Oh.
That's not too bad.
Okay.
1 month.
No. So yeah, it's just a month, and yeah, they need to do that to polish a couple things, and hey, do you. Let's see, starting August 7th, which would be yesterday, the Neo Geo Pocket Color Classics King of Fighters R-2 and Samurai Showdown 2 will be available for download on the Nintendo Switch. Woo!
Cool.
Yeah, I don't really know much about the pocket versions of King of Fighters or Samurai Showdown. All I know is Neo Geo has always been known, especially the Neo Geo Pocket, has always been known for having really solid fighting games. Actually, surprisingly solid.
I noticed a lot of some more of the SNK titles have shown up on Twitch Prime. So if you have Twitch Prime, you can get those a whole bunch of old Neo Geo stuff for free.
Oh yeah.
So
A lot of shooters.
I've been getting
a lot
all
of
of them.
shooters.
I've been getting all of
I
them.
played.
as they come out.
We played the SNK collection. I played it on my stream like a week or so ago.
Okay.
Most of them are shooters. It's great. I mean, Guerrilla War's on there.
Okay.
So for the first time ever, I get to play Guerrilla War on the arcade and the NES. They have both the NES and arcade version of a lot of them.
Can we
The
get?
console and the.
Hey, Twitch Prime, can we get Sengoku and Ninja Combat, please, and maybe Magician Lord? Thank you. I'd be
Oh,
very
Magician
happy.
Lord would be so
Be
good.
very happy with those three. Those are the three I played the most.
Magician Lord, please.
Yeah, I think on the Neo Geo Mini, I think Sengoku 2 is on there.
Okay.
But trying to think. What are the other shooters that are on the Twitch Prime? I think Pulsar is on there,
Oh. Oh, we got some of the
and I think Blazing Star also.
metal slug
Yeah, I think so,
ones.
yeah.
We got some of the metal slugs. Those are fun.
But
We need a new Metal Slug collection, damn it.
Yeah.
Where's my
totally.
Metal Slug maker? Mario Maker. It seems so easy.
Yeah.
Why didn't every fucking platform game immediately get a retro rehash the same fucking way?
That's right.
Hello? Where's my Sonic maker?
Let me make my own of this. My own levels
Yeah.
of this.
so those are available on the Switch. Pikmin 3 Deluxe got a announcement trailer and a release date of October 30th, obviously
Love Pikmin
also
games.
on the Switch. There is a Twitter post that went out. Dun dun dun. Went out announcing that Doom Eternal is going to have an extended story DLC called The Ancient Gods. It's a campaign expansion, and it's just been announced. There's no release date yet. No real info, just like a really neat cover art picture.
Very nice, very nice.
There's an Xbox trailer for a game called Scully, and it's kind of, the way I can explain it is you play a skull and rolls around like almost like in the days of pirates and that kind of stuff, and you're hopping around like it's like an action platformer, and then you can go into like primordial ooze and like resurrect as a different creature, and when you die you revert to the skull that has to hop around. It's a neat idea, and it's this whole, there's like a snarky narrator the whole time kind of explaining why you're just a skull running around. But yeah, it doesn't look like a too overly complicated game, but yeah, looked interesting. Really not much to say about it, really. This one though, the world premiere trailer of a game called Aeon Must Die. Oh, yeah, there's that's a thing.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going,
Welcome back,
Stoudman?
Stoudman.
Welcome back, Stoudman.
Expect my internet to be shittier for the next little while. I don't know why.
Okay.
Okay.
It's being shit.
Sounds good.
Oh. Aeon Must Die. It's coming out for all the major platforms, even PC. And it's actually on Steam. And it just, the art style, if you ever played the Transformers Devastation game, where it's kind of like it's 3D, but it looks hand-drawn, so like
Cell shaded.
animation,
It's like
cell shaded,
yeah.
well, sort of cell shaded, but like also the animations aren't running at like 60 frames per second. They're kind of like that weird, like
Into the Spider-Verse.
yeah, kind of like yeah,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
dead on to that.
I like that. It's an interesting style.
So it's a 2D like fighting platformer game, and it's really kind of hard to explain without just watching the trailer, because the trailer is just like a big giant mind fuck. But there's like and it has a synthwave soundtrack, and everything is all like neon colors, very 80s, but everything is like fire and devil, and it's just like it's all jagged lines. Like your character is like full of triangles, and everything's very jagged, and you just have to go watch it. It's Aeon, Aeon Must Die, and it's good. It didn't give me chills when I looked at it, but it just like, you'll see what I mean when you start watching the trailer, and you'll be like, oh, I can get down on this.
Okie dokie. Aeon Must Die. I'll have to check that out.
And mostly the reveal trailers.
What else? What else you got? Is that it?
That was the last one. I saved that one because it's just like, it's so stylized, and it was the one that hit me the most of all the trailers.
I'll have to check that out. Let me see if I can pull up a picture.
From Limestone Games.
Aeon Must Die. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, this looks cool. Am I able to...
That was frozen today.
Oops, hold on. Am I able to just drop this straight in?
Very warm in my room.
Oops. No. God damn it. Can I drop it just in, maybe? Just drop it into the thing here with the stuff? No, of course not.
What are you trying to do?
Well, I was trying to show the thing. Well, here, I think maybe I can, here, I can show it here, I think. We go here. There we go. Okay. Look! There's that.
Yeah, that's that.
Fuck's sake. Yes, give me all of your malware cookies. All of them. For fuck's sake. Alright, here. There. See, we got that. We got that. And this. No, look at that. And then, look at this. Look at that. Holy shit, right in the spleen. Oh, and then he blew up. Holy crap, he kicked him right in the gonads. Yeah. And then there's the poster thing here, which is kind of small. I hate how Steam has
Trying to
everything
fix the
so
problem.
small. There we go. Did you go throat punch some people that were screwing up your internet?
No,
Oh.
actually, the thing that happened is that I got a new. I guess this is technical. Yes, I got a new power line adapter to replace the old one because the old one was being all fucking screwy.
Uh-huh.
And I gave it to my brother, the new one,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, "Hey, if you could install this tomorrow, Sunday, that'd be great."
Uh-huh.
And I guess he did it tonight
Oh. Well, good.
While you were on stream.
while I was
Okay.
doing the stream.
Oh,
Well,
so that's...
Okay. Fine.
Just do it! Make
Oh my
your
God.
dreams come true!
I really need to change the sounds on the soundboards. I'm so tired of Shia LaBeouf screaming at me.
Just do it.
I'm changing it on the fly.
Yeah, that was
in
a,
fact.
that
I
was the
know I
last bit.
can, but I'm busy.
News there.
Just goes and turns off the soundboard. Yeah.
Click.
That was all the
Yeah.
gaming news. Did you cover the awesome humble choice this week? This month?
No.
Nope. So
No.
go ahead, add your 2 cents.
Oh, it's awesome. It has a bunch of cool games like Vampire
Okay,
and
cool.
Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, cool stuff.
Awesome.
And
I don't
the
even
game
remember
that
what my...
Stoudman
I have a thing from there.
got, what was that? So much or
Affiliate
something?
link, but I don't remember what it is or
That's
where
not So Much
to
Who,
get
what's
it.
it called?
So,
No, it's the other one.
another time.
Different scary game.
So,
Coma 2.
Coma 2, yeah, sorry.
So, in memoriam, obituaries this week. We lost Jiro Kuwata, Japanese manga artist who created his first comic, The Strange Star Cluster, at the age of 13 in 1943. He would also create such works as 8-Man, Phantom Detective, and probably one of the most fascinating takes on Batman in history, Bat Manga. Jiro made it to the ripe age of 85.
8-Man is so good.
Yes, I'm a bit familiar with it. I used to have the live-action movie of 8-Man on Laserdisc.
Which is rarer than the anime, which most people remember as 8-Man After, which is the anime sequel.
Yes, I remember seeing 8-Man After around. We lost Rennie Santoni, American film, television, and voice actor with a 50-year career between 1962 and 2012. Best known for roles in 1971's Dirty Harry, 1985's Brewster's Millions, and the pizza-making and couch-wetting Poppy from Seinfeld. Rennie made it to the ripe old age of 82. I remember him mostly from Seinfeld, and probably Dirty Harry as well, so I just watched that recently. We lost Tom Pollock, American film producer and studio executive with a 52-year career between 1968 and 2020. He started his career as an entertainment lawyer before transitioning to a studio executive and film producer. During the production of George Lucas's debut film, THX 1138, Pollock negotiated the famous deal that secured Lucas the merchandising and sequel rights to Star Wars. In addition to the Star Wars franchise, Pollock was instrumental in initiating production of the Indiana Jones and Superman franchises. Pollock made it to the ripe age of 77.
So he was the genius who made George Lucas rich then.
Pete Hamill, American journalist, novelist, essayist, and editor with a 62-year career between 1958 and 2020. During his career as a New York City journalist, he was described as the author of columns that sought to capture the particular flavor of New York City's politics and sports and the particular pathos of its crime. Hamill was a columnist and editor for the New York Post and the New York Daily News. He also wrote about boxing, baseball, art, and contemporary music, winning a Grammy Award in 1975 for the liner notes to Bob Dylan's Blood on the Tracks. Pete made it to the ripe age of 85. We also lost Richard Fielder, American screenwriter with a 44-year career between 1957 and 2001. Worked on shows including Rawhide, The Alfred Hitchcock Hour, Dr. Kildare, The Virginian, Born Free, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, and Police Story. Not the Jackie Chan movie.
No, the other one.
Yeah, the TV series. Co-created the 1978. I don't think this is just 1978 to 1978 NBC crime drama David Cassidy, Man Undercover. I think that's supposed to be a different date there, as well as wrote for shows like Gunsmoke, The Waltons, and Marcus Welby, M.D. Richard made it to the ripe old age of 95.
Damn.
That man lived a life. That is some serious.
Running the numbers.
That is some serious credentials with that list of shows. And finally, we lost Billy Goldenberg, American composer and songwriter with a nearly 5-decade-long career between 1968 and 2017. Among his most noteworthy were his collaborations with Steven Spielberg on his telefilms, 1969's Night Gallery and 1971's Duel. Oh, I love Duel. And his 7-episode contribution toward the NBC mystery movie detective series, Columbo. Oh, love Columbo.
Real talk, Duel might be one of the best TV movies ever made.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's so good.
He composed the themes for several popular television programs, including Kojak, Alias Smith & Jones, Banachek, Rhoda, and Our House. On the film side, Goldenberg composed for such works as 1969's Fear No Evil, 1973's Double Indemnity, 1976's Helter Skelter, and many others. Helter Skelter being based on the life of Charles Manson and his horrible cult. Billy made it to the ripe old age of 84. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all the news that is fit to geek this week. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye! That's excellent. Oh, and apparently Killdozer is coming to Blu-ray, says Iceman. Excellent. Good old Killdozer.
Nice.
Major Motoko mentions that 8-Man After has been released on DVD by Discotek. Very cool. 1978 to 1978. I need to find out what the actual dates were for that show now. What was it? David Cassidy, Man Undercover. Hold on a second. I'll find it. David Man Undercover. There we are. David Cassidy. Man Undercover.
Pickups.
Hold on. Jesus.
Pickups.
Okay, looks like it actually was 1978 to 1978. It only lasted 10 episodes. Technically, the last few episodes were in January of 1979, so there you go. Okay.
Listen, I like show and tell. I remember doing show and tell in 2nd and 1st grade.
Wow.
They didn't do it after that 3rd grade though, because that was some baby shit. But it's so fucking cool to do it now. As an adult, I enjoy it.
Greetings, Hunter Alex Brown. We are well, thank you. How are you? You just missed all the news, but that's okay. Better late than never. You can always catch the rest in the repeat, of course. Skinslip has run away. She should be back momentarily.
Which is funny because she has the most things this week when it comes to pickups. I guess while she's away, I can bring the mood down with news that happened in my life this week.
Duncan says, well, to summarize all the years, I have been full of tea. Well, there you go. All right. What depressing news do you have, Stoud, to kill this wonderful positive vibe we have going on
excellent. My brother from another mother passed away earlier this week.
here? Oh, dear.
I barely got to know the guy,
Yeah.
but from what I did, the time that I did spend with him, he was a pretty cool dude. I never, he lived in Germany, so I really never got to
okay.
actually meet him.
Very distant.
But, we talked on the phone sometimes, and talked on Facebook quite a bit. He would always respond on Facebook.
Oh, that's
His
good.
English was always so broken that you could barely tell what he was saying, but
You get the gist
he's a
of
good
it.
guy.
Yeah.
He will be missed. Apparently, one of the things he used to do was he was one of those guys who would take a metal detector around
Yeah.
in
Oh, okay.
various different places, and he would try to find all these relics from World War II.
Oh, cool.
And then he would sell them online for buku bucks to Americans who were interested in that stuff.
Yeah. No, that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
That's neat.
But yeah, he will be missed. He's been on my mind all week, but
Understandably.
not knowing as much about him, not having known him as well as, say, my brother from the same mother.
Well, yeah, obviously.
There's not much else to say. There's not much else I know,
Yeah.
but I miss him. I'll
Yeah.
miss him.
Well, it's not like you had no interactions with him. I mean, at least
Yeah,
you had some kind of relationship there. So
exactly.
that always sucks to lose someone like that. But our hearts.
So
go
now
out
that I've brought the mood down entirely,
our hearts go out to you
Pickups?
and yours, Stout.
Pickups?
Pickups, yeah, pickups.
Fucking ginger.
Woo, yay!
I'm sorry for your loss, though. That sucks.
Did
that's
you want to go first, Garbage? Since my God.
Oh my god. You gotta get rid of that one.
Of all the people I've known, in all the galaxies I've been to, he was
Man,
the
I
most
thought that was JL. Holy
human.
shit.
No, it's Major Motoko.
I know, I got it. I got it now. I looked at it.
Major Motoko becoming the stream boss. Thanks, dude. He saw an opportunity. He jumped at it.
Human.
See, I knew you guys would have no problem with the hit points being 10,000. I knew you could do it. You needed that challenge. Okay, so anyway, pickups.
Pickups.
So,
Yeah,
Garbage
very
du
nice.
Gamer, what did you get this week?
Pickups.
Let's see, it was like 3 or 4 days
Ow.
ago. I'm laying in bed, and I'm just, there's a book on my face.
I'm trying to find where the picture is. Hold on. Where I moved it. There it is. No, I put a lasagna over you. Hold on a second.
Hey,
Now I'm,
you make me
now I'm
win the
delicious.
moon.
I was like,
There it is. Okay,
there we go.
we got it.
The real Facebook. There you go.
Now I'm
Um,
delicious. Yes.
Brinsley got woken up by bagpipes, apparently.
Good morning, Brinsley.
So yeah, 3 or 4 nights ago, I'm like, I want to buy something on Amazon.
Yay.
So I'm just cruising through Amazon.
I say that every
and
day.
I stumble across something that got released on DVD last year. We've had a previous DVD release of this, but it's one of those I'll probably never own that release because God, it's just too stupidly expensive
Yeah.
out of print.
and long out of print.
Mm.
What show am I'm talking about? A TV show. What show am I talking about?
Hey, Thundercats.
Thundar
This is,
Kitties.
this is the 2019 re-release.
Yes. Very compact.
Warner Brothers.
It's
Yep,
all the same
14
content that's
like
in the other set. You're
35
not
bucks
missing
right now.
anything.
Oh yeah, it is. And it's just like I had to like do research to make sure that it wasn't broken, but no, it's that Warner Brothers release that does this thing with the
Oh, yeah.
carousel.
There's
It's
a
not
lot of
actually attached
Oh,
to
a lot
I
of,
hate when they do that.
a lot of CBS releases are like that too. Same
I
packaging.
I hate that
Yeah,
it's not
the-
attached.
The
Yeah.
quality of the episodes are fine. It's got one disc with some special features on it. It's not crazy full,
Yeah.
but
It's all the same
Hey.
ones from the old set.
But not very often do I say how much I paid for something like this. But I feel it needs to be said.
Okay.
For this complete series set, sitting right now, August 9th, well 8/9, it is $35.
Holy fuck. You know how much I paid?
Wish I had the money.
You know how much I paid for the original set? And this wasn't because it was out of print or anything. This is just what the price was. It was between $40 and $50, and that was marked down. The original list price was like $75 for each volume. So each like half season, and there's 4.
Yeah.
So I paid
this is
total
$35.
about close to $200 for that 4-volume set back in the day.
Insanity.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what everything cost back then, to be fair. But it's
Yeah,
like
it
now in
was-
retrospect, it feels insane.
It was
right?
the same with the He-Man sets. When the He-Man sets came out, they were like $70 a set.
To be
It's
fair,
just what sets
those
cost
sets
back
are a
then.
higher quality than anything that's been released since then.
True. Oh, absolutely.
Way higher quality,
Yeah,
both in video and in just packaging.
and in packaging, yeah. Just
so yeah,
right across the
packaging
board.
especially.
If there's any point in your life that you feel like you don't own it, or you want to own the complete series of Thundercats, I don't know why you wouldn't want to own the
I
complete
know.
series of Thundercats.
It's one of the all-time greats.
Now is the time to get it.
Yeah.
This set is fucking stupidly cheap.
Use my
It is the complete series.
Spent my fun money.
Say what?
I spent my fun money, sadly.
And I will provide Sean with the Amazon link so we can put it in the YouTube description, and I will also put it here in the chat.
Yeah, if you use the Amazon Blacksmith here on Twitch, you can use it there, and I get a nice little kickback for that. Otherwise, I will put the link in the description if you want to, A, get the set for yourself, and B, support the stream a little bit in the process.
Just be careful not to. You want to buy the DVD version.
That's one thing I want to mention is the Amazon listing. You don't want to get the multi-format Blu-ray because that's for the 2011 series.
Oh yeah. That's the.
For some reason, they have both on the same listing.
That's
because they
ridiculous.
combine listings.
Oh,
They
I
combine
see.
listings.
Yeah,
So
that's silly. But I mean, by all means, if you want to get the 2011 series as well, get the Blu-ray. That's what I have for that.
yeah.
2 discs.
So I don't know,
one
Sean,
case.
where you want
very
me to
compact.
post the link?
Just PM it to me on Discord. I'll sort it out later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heading your way.
I'll add it to the YouTube description. So check the YouTube description if you too would like to own Thundercats in that snazzy set that Eric just showed you, and support the stream in the process.
$35.
$35.
Fucking
Plus tax and
series.
shipping.
Entire fucking series, all 130 episodes, plus
Closer to $40 with tax and shipping, but
plus
still,
a handful
that's
of
pretty cheap.
fluffy substances.
Yeah.
Some
I mean, like I said,
extras.
I got a Prime account, so it's
Yeah.
free Prime shipping.
Yeah.
And I mean,
well,
Tax
listen.
still happens.
Listen,
Yeah.
I understand if you like me or like Tigra. Fucking what a loser.
Fuck
but
off,
still,
Tigra.
What's
Yeah.
funny?
Still.
Okay, I have to show this real quick while I'm still full screen.
Uh-huh.
I was taking pictures when I was watching the show
Yes.
on my projector, so I was showing like that. I also did this picture,
Of old
Yeah.
decrepit
which is the
Tigra.
exact
Yeah.
picture that we did for the logo for the cat channel on Facebook, which is Coalition Against Tigra.
CAT, the coalition against
Getting a new
Tigra.
logo.
Yeah.
I'm getting a real new logo design for that
Yeah.
at some point. Just so
Yeah.
you know.
I'm like, I knew that scene was coming up, so I was like frantically getting out my phone, and I managed to snap it almost at the exact scene.
Yeah, at some point on Saturday Mornings Forever, we're going to be jumping back into Thundercats. We're going to be starting over. I have a special put together a fan edit of the extended cut of the first episode. So there's about
You can see him naked.
get to see about 5 minutes of additional footage in there that is not in the original broadcast version.
And they're naked in it.
So it's pretty cool. Yes, you get to see naked, nippleless people.
It's so weird seeing without nipples, to be fair.
And without
like
genitals.
Barbie.
It's like
Yeah.
they're like Ken dolls. Yeah.
It's even creepier than just seeing that they were just full on naked with giant hanging penises or something. But no, it's like that would expect that, but now there's
Yeah.
just nothing. And like,
No,
what's going on
it's
here?
weird.
Yeah, because
But,
nothing says child-friendly cartoon like furry tits.
Yeah. Well, there was some shots of that made it into the broadcast version too. You just see more of it in the extended version. But anyway, very cool. Can't go wrong with some Thundercats.
Agreed.
Alrighty. Stoudman What did you get this week, Stoudman?
I only got one thing,
Oh,
but it's
okay.
pretty cool.
Okay.
They
We're all light on
had this
extras
on
this week.
sale for $10 on Amazon, and I was like, yeah, okay. I have the Blu-ray of this movie,
Mm-hmm.
but $10 to get the 4K version and a snazzy box set as well.
Mm-hmm.
Totally jealous of this fucking slip.
Ooh.
Hey.
Ooh,
Looks so
lenticular.
Very
Slip
nice.
cover and everything.
I like how the shark is eating the title of the movie.
It has the nice booklet as well, in
the
addition to the
booklet.
4K disc.
It has the contents of the digibook in a small booklet now.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool. I
Yes.
actually have the digibook, the Blu-ray.
I do too. It's the same content. You're not really missing
I
much.
good with
figured,
that.
yeah, John's is a movie
flip
that
cover
you
you
want in the best possible quality, and
Well,
$10.
it's a wonderful movie.
Yeah, okay.
It's
I'll
very
double
good.
dip.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's in a box, tiny small box.
Is that a hard box? An actual hard box or
Not
flimsy?
really hard.
I didn't
not
think so.
flimsy.
Cheap ass fuckers.
Hard
They're
box
cheap, but
wannabe.
I paid a cheap price for it, so I'm not gonna complain. It's still very
Alright.
cool.
Good
That's
stuff.
all I got.
All right. Oh, we're getting through. This is going to be a short show this week. Holy shit.
You ready for 38 pickups?
Skinslip. Oh my god, are you serious?
I wasn't joking. My
Wow.
shit came in,
Okay,
y'all.
well here comes the rest of the
I
filler
told
for the
you.
show.
Okay.
Go
I guess-
Skinslip. I only have
So I
two,
got-
so.
I got some nail polish.
Ooh.
And by some nail polish, I bought a whole fuck ton of nail polishes.
Nice.
There's 10
Different color
cups
a
for
day.
you. I got specifically I wanted the pastel blue to match my shirt and the pastel pink to match my pastel shirt.
That makes sense.
I got pastel colors. I need to get black nail polish. The only thing I don't have. I got blow my nose real quick. Hold on.
No, Duncan, it's not the new Doctor Who set. That only just got shipped. It's like hella late here in Canada. I'm not going to get it until next week, probably.
This is season 7 of Doctor
Oh,
Who.
nice.
So this is the one I think he was asking about.
Oh, that
No.
one. No, that's
Stop
season 7.
fucking peeking, y'all.
There's
Jesus.
Season
Nosy ass bitches.
3 is the latest one
Let
that
me
just came out.
reveal this shit to you. But this is a thick case, which
It
I was
is.
shocked by.
It
The other
is.
one's thinner.
It's because there's one extra disc, because it was a slightly longer season.
And they don't have the next size up, probably. That's
No,
why.
it's 28 episodes instead of 26.
God damn it, my nose.
It's also, the fans are kind of mixed on that season. I liked it. I like the fact that it presents kind of a darker Fourth Doctor to send him off, and some of the stories are pretty, heady.
Look, it's Tom
I like
Baker. That's all you.
Everybody
really
knows I love Doctor Who, and
Yeah.
Stoudman, keep an eye out for season 3 when it finally hits
Yes.
here, when the price is right.
Yeah.
Because you'll probably be
They
the only
come-
one to get it for me, because I'll probably be broke when it actually becomes cheap.
They go on sale periodically. And season
Yeah.
3 just came out, like literally
Yeah,
4
I know.
days ago. So,
I'm aware.
yeah,
I saw. Yeah,
I
saw people
pre-ordered it.
getting it.
I pre-ordered it.
I'm not that rich, unfortunately.
So-
I decided to Gamera instead of like random other things.
Those
Basically,
are, those
all
are
my money
sets
was Gamer.
I just decided I'm not going to wait on because I don't want to risk missing out on them. So
Yeah.
I just get them as they come out.
so to put this in perspective, I don't have money. I haven't actually paid for nearly any of this. I actually owe Stoudman for this. So
Yeah.
it seems like I got a lot of stuff, but I'm still dirt broke. I'm only picked up like 5 things this month.
You have like an installment plan with Stout. I'm gonna have to do the same thing with the stuff he sent me.
Yep. So
Good old
first up, we
Stout.
got
The
Talk,
Bank of Stout.
Talk Radio
Yeah.
from Twilight Time. This is the first step. We had the last Twilight Time sale order. So
Yes.
Talk Radio.
That's the
Early-
one and only one I got from the Twilight Time sale. It was the one I wanted the most.
And then I don't have any Charles Bronson, so I was like, hey, this one's got Charles Bronson with a gun on it, so let's
Cool.
go with that one.
Nice. Now this is from the
Next.
Twilight Time closeout sale, right? Like this
Yeah,
is
so
this is
that's
it.
why there will be no more.
The
Yeah.
last thing you'll ever get from Twilight Time.
I got Walter Hill's Wild Bill Hickok, or with
Getting
with
a
the
bit
what's
of
his face? Yeah, Jeff Bridges'
Glare there.
fucking
Oh,
Wild
there we
Bill.
go. Okay. That looks good, Wild Bill.
Here's actually not great, but
Oh,
it's a
okay.
TV movie or whatever. But
Hey, it's Jeff.
then we
Bridges.
got Ken Loach's Fatherland, which is film about East German a musician couch surfing.
I was seriously eyeballing that one. It sounded really interesting.
I know, that's the only reason I got it is the background. I was like,
But
Stan was like, do you want any titles? And I was like, oh yeah, here's a bunch of titles. And he's like,
yeah.
and then he was like, I think he said like, is that all? And I was like, wait, I can get more. Yeah, I got a couple more, and then I went back and just got things that were interesting to me, like Fatherland was
that
one
one
of them.
sounded really interesting. I would have got
Yes.
more, but it was just because of the exchange and shipping to Canada. I could literally only afford one,
Yeah.
even with the severely discounted prices. I was so pissed off.
Shipping to Canada is fucking insane.
Well, it's even more so right now with the state of the world and the fucking U.S.
Yes,
Postal
yes.
Service. It's ridiculous right now.
And there's also tariffs, additional tariffs currently, I think.
Yeah, I know.
To put this into perspective, I sent Sean recently 4 Blu-rays, technically. 4 Blu-ray titles, right?
Yeah.
And it cost $20 to ship, which means that we got the supreme deal of $5 per title to ship. That's actually a really good deal, too. That's actually
It could have been a lot
really
worse,
fucking
yeah.
good deal.
In perspective,
Yeah.
you sent me 28 titles for how much?
Was it $13, I think?
That's so you see that's the difference in the
And
cost.
Skinslip got hers way before me. I'm still expecting
days.
to wait
It
another
surprised
couple
everyone.
weeks at least before I'll even
Neither
see.
of us expected in for at least a week,
Yeah.
but 4 days is all it took.
Yeah, they were both sent on the same day, I think, right, Stout?
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Same exact time, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll
I'm
get
hoping
mine.
you're
Yours
still
up from
coming
Toronto
next
to the shipping
I'll
facility
hopefully get
back.
mine sometime before the end of the month.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at the earliest, you'll get them next week, but probably not.
Yeah,
Since it's got to go to Toronto.
yeah.
Shit.
We shall
Fucky.
see.
Anyway,
Next, I got Samuel Fuller's Hell and High Water, which I have not seen, but I'm
Ooh.
a big fan of Samuel Fuller's work.
Yes.
I've read his autobiography. He talks about all his movies, so talks about one.
yeah, it kind of ruins the surprise when the on-screen display is up, JL. Who's that over there knocking at my door?
Damn it.
Next, I got another Samuel Fuller film, Underworld USA, which is a noir film.
Very nice.
That'll
I
be
think
fun to watch.
I was eyeballing that one too.
Next, I've been meaning to see this movie for probably a better part of a decade. There's been remade too. Romeo is Bleeding.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's really
I heard
good.
really good things about it.
Yeah,
So.
never seen it.
I really love the color scheme of this. Like this
Yeah, it's
black
really-
color scheme is really
it's very
nice.
cool.
But that was one of the ones where like that was one of the okay, I'll get this one because Stoudman's like get a few extra titles.
Yeah.
Here's another one of get a few extra titles. Harry and Walter go to New York. I don't know a fucking thing about this. This is all I know about it. You're looking at it.
Is that?
Elliot
Who's in it?
Gould.
Yeah.
Elliot Gould and James Caan. So
Oh yeah. See,
I'm like, okay. But yeah, Stoudman's
That'll
like,
be
this
fun.
Is the last time you get to order from Twilight Time. Just get a couple more. So, and then the last one of those random ones, we got Melvin and Howard. I don't know any goddamn thing about it except that this guy is supposed to be potentially what's his name, Howard Hughes,
Oh, okay.
and this guy picks him up on his trip, and this is played by Bruce Dern, I think.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Is it Bruce Dern? Shit, Jason Robards. Excuse me. I
Oh
apologize.
yeah,
Got
fuck
confused.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It looks interesting.
That could
sure,
be
why
an
not?
interesting one, yeah.
It's a Jonathan Demme film too, so I don't think I've seen anything he's done. So.
Jonathan Demme. I think I've seen some of his stuff. I recognize the name.
Last of the series, the last of the movies that I picked up from time to time, one of the ones I desperately wanted, and I was so glad they still in stock. Cinderella Liberty. I've read an essay about the importance of this film, and so I've been wanting to see this for 15 or so years, and it just didn't have a release. And then they announced this for Twilight. I'm like, oh, I want to get that, and it was like $30 for the longest time. And then I was so worried it was gonna be sold out before I got it, and we got it.
Oh, duh. Yeah, we've seen Jonathan Demme films.
Which ones?
Well, Silence of the Lambs, Philadelphia,
okay.
Adaptation.
I've seen those three. I've seen all three of those. Yes.
Yeah, he's done. He was a producer on
Philadelphia, the AIDS
Adaptation.
movie. Yes,
Yeah.
the AIDS movie.
Yes, the AIDS movie.
But I haven't seen a lot of his films. Those are probably the only three I've seen.
He
probably.
did. Yeah, he's done a few things that.
Oh, he's
you
done
know,
a bunch
few,
of movies,
few
I know.
big notable things. Oh, he did one. He
All
did
right.
Columbo. Cool. I think everybody directed at least one Columbo in their lives that ran for
Right?
so long.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have the Kino Lorber sale. Not the last sale that they did, but the sale before that. Stoudman didn't include me in that last sale. Sure. I got The Skull from 1965. Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. That's all I know about it. So it references How So Long,
The
Shadows in
Skull.
the Back. So
Oh, I want that one. Yeah.
Yeah, 1965 is The Skull. Never seen it.
Yeah.
I don't have enough classic horror. So
Was that
I was
was that
okay.
a reversible cover?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the reverse cover.
That's what I thought. Yeah, because I recall it being different on the Amazon listing.
This is the cover you normally
Oh
see.
yeah. When the skull strikes, you'll scream.
Yes. I like both covers.
Yeah.
I do a thing where I will often just flip my covers.
Just
So,
to mix it up a
from
bit.
one to the other side, back and forth. Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'm constantly like fetishizing by touching the collection and being like, oh, it's so pretty.
We are. What was the? Oh, cinema sexual. That's what it was. Yes.
Yes, I'm a cinesexual. The
Yeah.
thing, like the only thing I'm vain about is the fucking movies. Whenever
Yeah.
you see a movie, a picture of my shelf in the collection, I have pulled movies off the shelf that I don't care for anyone to know I have. They're just not
Okay.
important enough.
Yeah.
And I put other movies on the shelf because I want people to know I have those titles. That's like,
Fair enough.
it's the only thing I fucking do this with. I'm just not that kind of vain.
I do things
Except that.
along those lines where I'll
Yeah, when you do videos, I know you do
yeah,
that.
like I'll rearrange them because I like the idea of some of the stuff on the shelf being like an Easter egg for the viewers. Like I won't look at them, I won't acknowledge them. They're just there for the viewer to discover. And it might be something related to the movie I'm talking about, or it might be just some stuff I wanted to put up there to see if anyone notices. You know, there's a lot of reasons.
So I have the off-site. I have a shelf that's not seen when they take photos, right? That's got all my Hollywood releases, and then the rest go in a box.
all the
and then I have a
studio
shelf
shit.
over there where they're just stacked up. And then
Yeah.
the only thing on my shelves are these small label company
Yeah,
titles,
I noticed
and a
that.
few things like Mandy and The Witch.
Yeah, Notable
It
ones.
Follows. Certain titles. So, but I'm like so whenever you see a selfie of me and my movie's in the background, I've picked every single one of those. Fucking
know
movies,
that she
trust me.
spent like 2 hours prior to taking that picture arranging those shelves.
including the risque ones I took recently.
There you
I
go.
spent more time rearranging the shelves than I did putting my outfit on,
Yeah.
or choosing my angles, or taking the photos combined.
So there you go. So pay attention to the background, kids. A lot of effort's gone into it.
Please compliment my collection. It's important to me.
That's right.
Next, we have Maggie and Jake Gyllenhaal's father did a movie called. He was a director apparently. He did a movie called Certain Fury, which I hear is not very good. But look at that title; it's evocative. I'm
I like
down.
that cover.
Yeah,
That
Very
poster art,
Tatum O'Neal.
Yeah.
I also really like Tatum O'Neal. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Next, I got another Santa slasher, and I think I have all of them now.
I
All
need-
a good night. I need to upgrade 2 of them to Blu-ray still. 3 of them Blu-ray, but I've
more
got
Santa
all of them now.
slashers. I don't have enough Christmas horror in
don't.
my collection.
Need more.
Yeah.
Always need more.
Yeah.
Next, I got Lou Diamond Phillips in The First Power, which is like a serial
Ooh.
killer that like is also a possession film.
Yes.
So the serial killer's possessing people.
That's one I should
Still
get,
under-
actually. I forgot all about that
Night,
one.
Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
this
Eric.
is
I will
Kino
say
Lorber.
the
Have you-
cover of that one that cover is way better than the original.
This
Like,
is the other
original
cover.
was-
You'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. The other one better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
other
I do
one's
too. That's why I
more
swapped it.
surreal and creepy and weird.
Also, I have a thing where I really don't like UPCs if I can help it, so I will oftentimes choose the side without UPC.
That's true.
because
The reverse doesn't have the UPC.
it's cleaner,
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know,
Yeah.
just cleaner. But no, I mean, like this is a Scorpion releasing title technically, but they're now the Kino's a distributor to them, so
Okay.
that works.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
So I can actually get Scorpion
That's actually
red
good.
titles in the future.
That's actually
Yeah.
good. They'll get wider distribution. And it's still a boutique label. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And last from that sale, we got Dirt Bike Kid,
Dirt Bike Kid.
which I'm pretty sure I've fucking seen when I look at the back of these. Everything on the back looks really fucking
I
familiar.
vaguely remember that.
It's
I
the
don't know
kid
if I've seen
the kid from Christmas Story on a fucking dirt bike.
it. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I may have
Right?
seen that too.
I might have actually
You
seen
probably
that
did.
because
It
I was
like
a
one
fan
of
of
those
that
dollar
kid.
rentals from.
Yeah.
Yep, it was on HBO all the time. It was
Yeah.
like, it was all over. the
Blockbuster.
I
place.
probably saw it. I just don't remember.
All right. Last month, Cyber6 donated $50 to my stream.
Nice.
Most of the made all month, but with that, I was supposed to buy something nice to wear, but I'm a bad person, and I bought the InSaNiTy Steelbook that was announced literally the day before.
Thanks for the follow,
You can wear that.
Emo13.
Hey, Josie! It's my friend Josie.
Oh, hi, Josie.
This is a limited edition Steelbook from InSaNiTy. I've never missed one of these. I refuse. I'm gonna basically. I will.
Ooh, nice.
I was afraid I was gonna have to sell some pictures I wasn't really keen on taking to be able to buy this.
Wow.
'Cause I didn't have any other offers at the time.
Yeah.
So, and
Very
I'm like,
cool.
I can fill some requests in the photos, but like some things people ask are really weird.
Well,
okay?
yeah, of course.
Someone told me they wanted to banana stuff. I was like,
We
no,
don't need details.
No.
It's okay.
bananas.
Suffice to
off
say, it
limits.
was
There's
weird.
The reverse. It was very weird.
Very
it wasn't
cool.
like sexual. It was a weird banana thing.
Oh, it's like banana balloons.
it was a
and
really
just
weird. Like the one we
yeah.
squished the banana.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Okay.
no. I'm good. No,
No.
thank you. I appreciate the love, but no. I had to pass on that. But I was like, it's enough money to buy that Blu-ray. Like, I was considering it.
Some
You
interesting
might find
takes.
over time where the line is drawn now moves slightly from time to time.
I mean, that's not. I mean, that's not beyond something I would be willing to do technically. It was just too weird for me right now. I'm not there yet.
Well, that's fine, and that's what I
Like-
mean. Like over time, you might say, yeah,
I'm
you
not
know what,
really into
whatever.
the
I'll squish the banana.
Overly
like,
sexual requests, I
Yeah.
generally just pass.
no,
honestly.
of course not. But if it's
Nah,
something,
I'm
I mean,
a very shy girl.
I think things like bananas and balloons or whatnot, that's fairly innocent fetish
Oh,
type
I've
stuff.
popped a few
like,
balloons. That was
yeah,
fun.
so-
I had a lot of fun doing that.
There you
There's
go.
nothing wrong with
See, there you go.
that. Yeah, look at $25. Anyway,
There you go. Anyway,
I did. We did Vinegar Syndrome. Stoudman helped me out with some limited editions because I had like I had X amount of money that I did from one of my last transcription jobs.
yeah.
And I was saving that for the Severance sale,
Mm-hmm.
which happened at the same time as the Vinegar Syndrome sale, or a week after the Vinegar Syndrome sale. So when the Vinegar Syndrome sale happened, I was like, Stoudman, I had to buy this one thing for myself, which is Evil Town. I already talked about it on stream a while ago, a couple nights ago. When they announced that, I said, Stoud, I need these 4 titles. I need them because they're important to my collection. I can skip everything else, but I need these 4 titles. And so I got LA Wars because I have every VSA title. I'm not a completionist, but Synapse Steelbooks and Vinegar Syndrome archive titles are the only things I want to keep complete.
Yeah.
'Cause I just really love.
They're good things to.
They're very nice.
This is a VHS style box.
Mhm.
So
That's
and then
cool.
it's hand numbered.
Okay.
Well, I have to
That's
censor this one because there's titties. 1 second.
Boobies.
The value is what shocks me on some of these things. They are
Dr.
really
Jekyll's Dungeon of Death.
Well, that sounds awesome.
Another VSA title. I has no interest in this title. From reading the back, it didn't sound interesting, but it's a VSA title. I'm gonna watch it now.
Okay.
And when those go out of print, by the way,
Yeah. But,
Holy-
They're already
afraid
out of
to
print.
move
Shit.
that. Yeah.
They're already out of print. 120
holy
bucks.
shit,
But
Wow.
they're so expensive.
That's
I'm gonna throw that over
ridiculous.
there so I can show boobies on screen.
Crazy.
Okay. Next, an older title they do is on these sales they release slip covers for older titles that they didn't think would be popular enough to have slip covers.
Mm,
So you can buy the slip cover for titles you already own,
like after the
or buy the new copy, the same movie it's already been released, but now with a slip cover.
Oh, okay.
But only during the sale.
Right.
They're limited.
Gotcha.
So I picked up Punk Vacation, which is an older title, because look at that cover, dude.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I had double checked they weren't boobies. But
It's okay. She's got a bra.
there's the original cover you'll find.
Oh,
There's
that's
no
cool.
reversible slip for this.
That's a cool cover too.
So and I
actually.
didn't like this cover at all.
No.
Which has been putting me off for a while. So then minute I saw for the same price, $4 more I think.
That's
I could get
better.
it with this cover.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll take that. I'll gamble on that.
Yeah.
Next, I just bought the slipcover for this title because I already owned Evils of the Night.
Damn.
Because
It's chilly in that room.
Look at that Millennium Falcon ripoff.
Wow,
Isn't
that's
that amazing?
as blatant as it gets.
Yeah, I know, right? So
There's
I
2
bought just the
cockpits.
slipcover. I already owned the Blu-ray, so. Oh, I'm sorry. There's 5 titles because I also got motherfucking Rad, which is if you missed
Rad.
out on this, you're spending a couple $100 probably to get this in the near
Oh,
future.
that dirt bike movie.
That is sold with the slip cover.
Mine's worthless.
$150 fucking dollars.
Why is
Look
yours
at
worthless?
Salmon's shitty pack job. Fucked up my slipcover, so mine's completely worthless
What
now.
happened there?
It's
Well, I wouldn't say worthless. You get
No,
Yeah.
why?
Oh,
God,
it's
why?
Worthless.
Nobody's
Nobody's gonna buy this. Collectors are anal, dude. Would you buy this? You wouldn't buy this.
I would buy it.
I
I don't
probably
give a
would,
shit
but-
about little imperfections like that.
But
Oh my
Because it
God.
usually gets me a
It's-
big discount.
But you're not wrong. though. Like,
That's
it's
cool,
completely
actually,
worthless. I don't
lenticular.
care about the worth in the end because I wanted the fucking movie.
Yeah, of
'Cause I
course.
have fond memories, but like
The lenticular
the
covers.
4K release.
I didn't do it.
Wow.
Maybe I did, but I don't
Stout
think I
has
did.
major regrets. He does.
Stout
I
guilt.
feel bad.
He does. He's literally told me I regret not getting that. I'm like, I know, right? Told
Oh,
you.
well.
I warned you. I warned you. I even said you should probably grab Rad.
Yeah.
Told you.
Oh well.
No,
Anyway.
I was thinking like, no, I feel bad that got scuffed. I don't know how it got.
Oh,
scuffed.
it's fine. I'm not really actually don't mind.
I
was throwing a fit to be dramatic. I actually don't care that scuff. I look at my if you look at my shelf closely, like a lot of my limited edition slips are beat up because I just pick my movies up and I move them and watch them. Like it's gonna happen. Next, my good friend Megan.
Phantom of the Paradise. Nice.
This is like one of her favorite movies. It's also, I think, at least one ex loved this movie too. So like I've been told a couple times to get this fucking movie. So finally picked it up.
I have the Scream Factory release of that, and I still haven't watched it. So I think that's one you and I were talking about watching for the first time together because you hadn't seen it either.
You just had to tell me. Yeah. And Frankenhooker. We talked about this one also.
That one too. Yes. Is that the?
I haven't seen this either. My friend Morgan. This is her favorite movie.
I also got the Arrow edition.
Yes. Well.
Very nice.
You know, Arrow. I love Arrow. Next, my friend Stephanie recommended The Visitor.
The Visitor.
Which is a weird movie, I hear. So I'm interested to see what that's
Excellent.
like. I like Got released by Draft House Films. I don't know, about 5 years ago. It's out of print. Worth a lot of money. So imported that one. Then I got DEF CON 4, which I've had on DVD for about 15 years and never watched.
I want that one bad. I still only have it on VHS.
There was a Hell Comes to Frogtown DEF CON 4 double feature that I have.
Oh.
Because I bought that edition, and then later I found out that the single disc edition, or the standalone edition of Hell Comes to Frogtown, has some special features from Anchor Bay. So I bought that one.
I have
and
that
then
one.
There's another wrestling Superstars DVD, which had I Like to Hurt People and Grunt, the wrestling movie, which now has a Blu-ray I need to get.
Right.
And they also had Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Right. I remember that.
What was the title of that?
Grunt, the wrestling movie. I Like to Hurt People. Yeah. That quote by Ox Baker.
See, when you said it together, I like to hurt people and grunt. I was like,
oh God. So yeah, I had Hell Comes to Frogtown 3 times. I already owned DEF CON 4 and never watched it. So I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna watch it. It was like $6. I was like, all right. And the thing I thought I was getting from in limited edition form, I'm a little bummed because it's my fault for not getting it soon enough. I got the standard release of the Blood Hunger, the films of Jose Larraz, which
cool.
Whirlpool, Vampires, and The Coming of Sin, also known as Violation of the Bitch.
Okay.
By the way, it's the only cover I flipped because it's got Violation. I'm like, that's a fucking crazy title. All right.
Wow. Okay.
So that's all I got. That was everything. There's a lot. I don't normally buy. I haven't even paid for this. I don't normally buy this much.
You got everything all at once.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like it all arrived
it was
at
actually it was like 3 months worth of sales or whatever, and Stab just finally shipped it all.
Okay, and finally I have my 2 items.
Yay!
So one of which we're talking about. It's like, why is this so expensive? And then as soon as we talked about that, it went down in price by like $15. So I was like, okay. It's probably not going to go down much more beyond this, and I really wanted to complete my collection. So this officially completes my Hammer Revival collection, the early 2000s to present revival of Hammer Studios with The Lodge. And it actually has the slipcover, which is quite nice.
I have not seen that yet.
Whoa, jeez, and I just about destroyed it. Anyway, yeah, so it came down in price a little bit. So I grabbed it because it was the only one I needed left. Technically speaking, there's one more film, which was a web. Their actual return was a mini-series they did on the internet called Beyond the Rave. And it's like an 18-part, 5 minutes per episode mini-series about vampires and rave parties and stuff. It's supposed to be a lot of fun. It's on YouTube. There was a Region 2 DVD, which is long out of print and stupidly expensive, and that's the only home video release I'm aware of. So, guess I'll be watching that on YouTube. But other than that, that is the last one I needed to complete my Hammer Revival collection, so now I'm all up to date, and anything they release going forward, I can just get whatever the new stuff is as it comes out. And then finally, after I was lamenting about the problems I had with my my Amazon order for this through Amazon.ca, where I had ordered it from a third-party seller, and for whatever reason, the order got sent back to them. They canceled the order, and
Oh, yes.
No.
And refunded all of my money. Yes, they did.
No, yeah, the cat. She
I
tried
know,
to chew
I
on my
know.
fucking Venus syndrome title.
Oh yeah, no. So then, so I was lamenting, and then the only other seller that had it was offering it for like double the price that I would have paid for it if my other order hadn't been screwed up. And I was like, fuck, I really don't want to pay $50 for this title. But knowing it was out of print, I thought, well, I'm going to keep an eye on it and see what happens. So, longtime YouTube viewer CK78 saw my lament and said, hey, Sean, I don't know if you're aware, but on Amazon.com, they still have it in stock through Amazon, and it's about $20. I'm like, what? Really? So I go to Amazon.com. Sure enough, there it was for $20. And I just happened to get a pretty decent gift card that month, thanks to you guys using my links. And I hadn't been buying anything on Amazon because of the aforementioned prohibitively expensive shipping and exchange rate. So I took a look. It's like, well, let's take a look here. So check the price with the shipping and everything. Apply the gift card balance. This won't cost me any actual money at all. This will cost me $0. So I got Scanners 2 and 3.
That
the
means we're
double
doing
feature.
them, right? We're gonna do them now.
Maybe. So
I'd be
just
down
to
for that for sure.
refresh your memory, it originally, I just dumped it on the floor because it's a fucking sideways thing. Hold on.
I love me Scanners 2 and 3.
Scanners 2 and 3. Yoink!
I have
Yeet.
never seen the sequels. But as you may recall, I got the Criterion edition of the original not too long ago, and I ordered this originally at the same time. The idea was get the whole trilogy.
Yep.
So, anyway,
Whole set.
the crisis is finally over. I have the sequel and the other sequel.
Now,
It's all here.
Scanner Cop 1 and
Those are
2
out
will
of
get a
print
release.
now,
That'd be
right?
great. Yeah, they're out of print.
Yeah, Scanner
Did
Cop.
the Criterion go to print too, or am I
No.
going
No, it's just out of
crazy?
stock. It's coming back.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
no, the
It's sold out to the
Criterion
sale.
is still available,
Yeah.
and it's
Well, that's good because
it's a
people
beautiful
should
set.
see Scanners because it's a fucking great.
Scanners is
I need
great.
to get the Brood. That's the one I need to get.
I also need the Brood and Rabid, and there's I think there's a new edition of Shivers coming out.
The
Yeah,
new one, Shivers, coming out.
yeah.
I do
want,
The Arrow
wanna
one's still
say-
better.
I want those.
I do want to say to anybody who's watching,
Yeah, well,
this
the Arrow one
this
isn't
should be
available
fucking-
domestically, so
This should be an
Sure.
obvious one, all right? Most of you probably already have this one. And if you don't, I'm publicly shaming you right now for not having it. But Escape from New York's Scream Factory
oh yeah,
is about to go out of print.
yes,
And
get
it's
it,
currently on sale on Amazon for $12.96.
yeah, get it.
Get it now because when it goes out of print, that's one of those titles that is definitely going to rise in value to like
Yeah,
60, 70 fucking dollars.
it's gonna be gone for a while.
You don't want to pay
before
70
someone else
fucking dollars
releases
for
it,
that
I think.
movie. Just fucking buy it now for 13
Yeah.
and use
It's
Sean's
funny
Amazon.
also.
I bought
it-
that brand new because it was so
It's
desperate
funny
to
that
get
that's
one.
going out of print right now because they just released their collector's edition of the sequel. It's like, really? I hate
Yeah.
it when that shit happens. Like, anyway, I picked it up ages ago. I just need to get Escape from LA. I just have the.
I'm like
studio
actually
release right
tempted to
now.
double dip on that steelbook though. Like,
But-
I'm just so such a
Oh yeah,
pretty
there's
steelbook.
also the steelbook. The steelbook is also going out of print. They're basically just their license has expired, I guess.
Yeah.
So-
all the MGM,
Um,
a bunch of MGM rights have lapsed recently. Yeah,
Okay,
That's
that's
correct.
what it is.
all over the place on other labels too, not just
Yeah.
at Scream Factory. So
Okay.
a bunch of other titles are going out print on a bunch of other labels too from
Yeah.
MGM.
I liked Escape from LA. A lot of people shit on it, but I always enjoyed it. You know.
I saw it at a
Fun.
drive-in theater, which I think is the optimal place to see such a movie.
Like,
Absolutely.
At the very least, something you can say about Escape from New York is that you're going to watch it again. You're going to fucking watch it
absolutely.
again. It's a
It's so
fucking
good.
fantastic movie.
It's
It
great.
it has so much more to say now, like than it
Yeah.
ever did
Oh,
before.
yeah.
It's funny
Crazy.
how some movies are like that. They become more poignant with time and more resonant with time. But yeah, that's a wonderful edition of Escape from New York. It's easily the most definitive edition we've ever had. It's got
Yep.
some great extras on there. Most, if not all, of the stuff from the old special edition DVD is carried over.
I'm gonna be
plus a bunch
so
of
mad if
Oh,
we get an Arrow
Jesus.
release.
Whoa.
Hello, plate of bacon, and thank you.
Hey,
Kid woke up, quick pop in donation. Well, thank you very
Oh,
much,
well,
dude. Appreciate
love you,
that.
Quack.
Yes, that is Daddy Quack. He is now a plate of bacon, as if he wasn't delicious enough already.
But yes, if you
He's
don't
very
already
handsome,
have
He
it,
is a handsome devil. Yes.
not only do I suggest getting it now, but also for shame that you don't already have it. What the fuck
No,
is
no,
wrong
no,
with
no gatekeeping. Stop it. Stop it.
And you call yourself a
Stop it.
real fan?
you?
No gatekeeping. I fucking
I
hate
actually, I actually left.
Hashtag no true film fan.
I actually left a horror group on Facebook this week because of gatekeeping bullshit. There's been this trend going around. It's not just on Facebook; it's on Twitter. I've been seeing it just generally on social media. There's this trend of these posts of name one thing that would get your horror card revoked, like something about something you
Yeah.
like or don't
that.
like,
Replying to this fucking post.
and
Oh,
it's
sorry.
like that's gatekeeping. That is a
Mhm.
gatekeeping post, and I mentioned and I said that. Essentially, it said, I really don't like these posts. It's just encouraging negativity and gatekeeping and whatever.
Let me guess. Somebody was like, "Stop ruining our fun."
Yes! And then just proceeded to rip me a new asshole for daring to not participate. You're overthinking
Toxic.
it. It's just having
Yep.
fun, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you're not hearing what I'm saying. This is like saying you're not a true horror fan because you like or don't like this thing.
I deal with this shit all the fucking time.
And you should feel shame for liking or not liking that thing. That's what this type of post says and
you know
encourages.
what's fucking wild to me?
That's the kind of
Sorry.
discussion it encourages. Negative, toxic gatekeeping.
Anybody who
So-
knows me for any length of time knows my film knowledge is very deep.
Yes.
But for some fucking reason, I put she, her, my fucking Twitter post, and I get these motherfucking gatekeeping assholes all over my
mansplaining.
goddamn
Yeah.
mentions. So, like,
Yeah.
I've been really clear about no gatekeeping on our Discord.
Yeah.
And I actually had to make it a rule recently.
Yeah.
Because I just kept noticing it wasn't one in person, it was a bunch of people. And at first I was talking to them privately,
Yeah.
telling them not to do it. And then I started talking, I said once out loud, and I realized, you know what? I never verbalized this in the rules. So I went and updated the rules for the
Yeah.
first time this year. No gatekeeping.
So I blocked the person who just would not let up and
yeah.
kept on trying to, shit all over me for daring to speak out against it. I think it was the person that posted the thing originally. It's like, you're the
course.
only one who's whining and complaining about it. And it's like, okay.
No one wants to say anything because of this shit.
Yeah. So it's like, you're literally proving my point right now by the way you're reacting to me.
Oh, the horror community is hugely like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gatekeeping.
So I was just like,
bullshit.
yeah, I'm out. And then I blocked the person, and then I left the group. I was like, fuck this. I barely even use Facebook anymore anyway. I find the horror fam on Twitter is way nicer and way more reasonable, and I just avoid the ones that aren't, you know.
I mean, there's still plenty of gatekeeping and assholery there. Trust
There
me.
is, but I avoid it as much as I can. As soon as I see it, I don't even engage. I just block
the
and
whole-
move
Well,
on.
that's a nice
Oh, yeah.
privilege you have.
Oh yeah,
there,
and I just
Sam.
want to point out, there's that one that's going around that unpopular opinion, but there's just regular fucking opinions. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
there's a bunch like that. Yeah, what's
Unpopular.
unpopular? I think it's the same
Well,
one,
I-
actually. It's an unpopular
I
opinion
will say-
you have about something horror that would get your horror card revoked. It's like, fuck you.
That exact meme came up on like a TMNT post.
Yeah.
It's like things that'll get your TMNT card revoked.
Oh, there's
like they
Oh, yeah.
all, it's
Ev-
been
everywhere.
Turned it into
disseminated
that,
to all the fandoms.
and I was just like, actually, like one of the things I had on there was like, if you don't think the '87 series is the best
ugh.
cartoon series, and I was like, well, actually, I think 2K12 was better.
yeah,
Actually, I think 2003 was
Like,
the best.
fuck you.
2003
was the best, and I'll fucking die on
2003
that
was
hill.
great. Yeah,
I'll
Yeah,
die on
it
that
was-
fucking hill.
we are absolutely watching that at some point.
Thankfully, I didn't say anything about that because one of the things that they said on there was that the 2K3 series, if you haven't seen the 2K3 series, was one of the things to get your card revoked or whatever the fuck that stupid bullshit
Well,
is.
it would be nice if
But-
they made the 2K3 series more
Yeah,
accessible
exactly.
for people.
Can you
right?
actually watch it though?
Yeah, like where can you
Yeah.
watch it right now unless you happen to buy the DVDs or
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So everyone who needs to hear this, if you like something, congratulations, you're a fan of it.
Yeah.
There you go. No
Exactly.
asshole can tell you otherwise.
Yes.
And if you haven't seen a classic, that's okay. You have a joyful movie to watch in the future.
Just
you know?
quickly, thank you, Luna Moon and Duncan, for the subscription and the sound clip. respectively. Yeah, that's the thing. Nobody has the right to tell you what you should or shouldn't like, or what makes
what's
you
classic and
a
need to
fan
watch,
or
you know?
not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you like a horror movie? Congratulations, you're a horror fan. That's
Like,
it.
I mean, do you like horror books? Do you like horror
Well, that's
television?
what
You don't
I'm-
have to watch
yeah.
movies. Do you like horror, like makeup? You're a horror fan.
Whatever, yeah.
Congratulations.
It doesn't matter. There's nothing. Nobody
to the
can
club.
tell you you're not a fan because they don't agree with some aspect of it, like of the, you know, they don't like a thing that you like, or they do like a thing that you don't like. It doesn't matter. I mean, every even within a very specific fandom, like, I am only a fan of Star Trek, the original series, and that's what this group is all about. There's going to be people who disagree on which episodes are the best episodes, which ones they like or don't like. It doesn't mean that they're any more or less a fan of Star Trek, the original
Which
series.
is their favorite red shirt. Don't forget about that one.
Yeah.
That's very important.
So it doesn't matter. So that's why I don't like those posts, because there's enough fucking negativity and toxicity and gatekeeping in all of the fandoms, not just horror, but all of the fandoms in general these days. As it is, we don't need these fucking posts that invite discussion and invite more of that negativity and toxicity. That's why I have a problem with them, and that's why I do not participate in them, and that's why I call people out when they initiate those. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
We had that wonderful person who might be. Oh, you broke up. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
I'm done.
No, you froze on my screen, so I thought you were talking. Sorry.
Oh, no, I'm done.
It's
okay.
Okay. There's that wonderful person on Discord who told me I could not like the movie Covenant because I didn't grow up with the original films, obviously.
Yeah.
And I just told him to basically go fuck himself. And he called me remember he called me a fucking snowflake?
Uh-huh.
That guy. Because
That
I
guy,
like,
yeah, I know.
as I said, I was like,
You're
oh yeah,
the snowflake
lots of
in this scenario.
Yeah.
I like Covenant, Alien Covenant. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Was it the best
that
series?
guy.
No.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's
Yeah.
like, well, if you've watched him since childhood, I had like, motherfucker, I grew up with Alien. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's like, I did.
So
But
did
Okay,
I.
thanks
and
for
it said-
treating me like a child.
and he got
asshole.
mad. And I was like, excuse me,
what the fuck?
you can handle simple criticism of your fucking opinion,
He
of that, a wrong opinion, the way you worded it. And
Yeah.
then I said, and it's not what you said, it's how you fucking said it. You make
Yeah.
people feel bad by making them because they feel less because you said that they can't like these movies without seeing these other movies, which is bullshit. And he's like, and then
Yeah.
he called me a fucking snowflake, and then before I could kick him, he left. I should throw in
Yeah.
a fit.
Oh, I know.
Okay,
It's like, okay,
Oh, here it
bye.
is. Here it is. I found the exact thing. He says, my alien...
thank you.
Yeah, the post here says, my Alien collection, which deliberately excludes Alien vs. Predator 2 and Alien Covenant, lol, including my only custom steelbook. I brought the later...
But you liked Alien vs.
Hold
Predator.
on, where is it here? Yeah, here it is.
I know.
I bought the later second edition of Anthologies. It has a similar cover to my Aliens VHS, plus it was only
Makes no sense.
£4. Okay, there. That's cool. Da-da-da-da-da. And then Chance chimed in and says, haha, we're all big fans of Covenant.
Yeah.
And that was
Because
it.
most of us
That was
are.
all,
We're
all you said.
So,
and then
yeah.
and then there's a few people, and then says, and here it is. Here it is. He says, Covenant, if been following Alien movies as long as I have, is one of the
Gatekeeping.
biggest disappointments ever. It makes a difference if you've grown up with the early films in mind. Should have been an
Gatekeeping.
epic thing visiting Alien Homeworld. And then Chance said, what a shame. It's a great movie. And I grew up with the films, so please don't make assumptions. In this house, we do not yuck someone's yum, savvy? You're allowed your opinions, but be aware how you voice them so as not to make others feel bad for liking things. I'm just waking up. Please forgive my lack of elegance.
I was very. By the way, I said
Yeah.
that
Oh,
last
you're
line
just
because
woken up, yeah.
I said that because I felt like maybe I was coming off rude. Because sometimes I can come off rude because I
Yeah.
literally, I
Yeah.
was on the shitter typing this
Yes.
up. Okay,
So-
I wasn't even at my desk to smoke my morning weed.
Okay.
I was nauseous and on the shitter, so I was trying to be nice as possible.
Yes. So he said, it's called making conversation, that is all. You could have very easily said you disagree
Same
without being
fucking
patronizing. He was being patronizing.
Yep.
He
I
started
know.
with it. He
It's
started
like
it.
this fucking privilege that I get to be the one who's patronizing, not you.
Yeah, I know. So then Chance says,
Excuse me.
okay, so then Chance says,
That was
lol.
very civil.
So then Chance says, lol, bye, dude, you were rude. And then quoted, it makes a difference if you've grown up with the early films in mind. And then says, here's the crux, guy. This statement implies someone cannot like Covenant and the original movies, which is false and an extremely shit thing to say. You lack elegance. If you're going to be angry about this, then you should probably get out of my server. I'm very calm and being respectful. Your attitude is very raw and sour. If you can't handle criticism, then don't start a conversation. And then the last thing he said, don't bother, I'm gone, snowflake trash.
He called me snowflake trash. After that exchange, he called me snowflake trash.
Snowflake trash.
I literally fell off the fucking toilet when I read that.
It's like, wait a minute.
I'm on the ground, covered in my own feces, laughing
it's
my
like,
ass off.
It's like, dude.
Oh my god.
You're the one triggering yourself over all of this.
Yeah.
We're calling you out on your gatekeeping bullshit. We're not triggered. We're just saying, hey, be nice.
At no point did I say his opinion was wrong. I simply said he worded it badly. And what his thing is, oh, snowflake trash. I'm like, I'm the snowflake trash? What just happened here? You got offended because I said you said something that was really shitty. What the fuck? And Covenant's not a bad movie, and neither is Prometheus.
Why is it so
You don't have to like them to know that they're
like
just their.
ice cubes.
Okay, Covenant's a 7 out of 10.
On
I mean, it's not a bad
my
movie.
warm arms.
Pretty good. You don't have to
Awkward
like it.
hug, yay!
Hi, Rosie. Hi, Rosie.
Thank
Alright,
you.
go brush your teeth, sweetie.
Night Chance, Night Stout, Night Eric, wherever he went.
He left.
Yeah, wherever he went. Eric.
So yeah, that's what gets me is that
I
a
was like,
lot
he
of
called
people.
me a snowflake. I laughed so hard.
Yeah, a lot of people in the last few years have taken this approach, and I have literally heard people say this, unironically, that you can have opinions that are untrue. Like, I've actually had people tell me, "You're allowed to have that opinion, but you're wrong."
Yeah.
I'm just
I
like-
say that as a fucking
Yeah.
joke. I used to say that as a fucking joke,
Uh-huh.
okay? I simply was literally mocking that idea
Yeah.
by
Thanks,
overdoing it and saying that to people. But
It's funny because a good friend of ours, Dallin, used to joke about the whole idea of having a wrong opinion.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, you can't have a wrong opinion. It's a fucking opinion.
Yeah.
You know?
You can have one
but,
that is
like-
arrived at based on incorrect or incomplete information, in which case, yes, it could be a wrong opinion because it's
Ignorant.
not fully formed.
Yeah.
It's based on
Ignorant opinion. Yeah.
ignorance, yeah. So, an educated and uneducated opinion. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
You
I
You
are,
have an
that-
educated educated.
you are
Perfect.
The
entitled
difference
to
is-
your
yes.
educated opinion. If you present to me
Yes.
an uneducated opinion, I will laugh at you.
Or I might correct you first.
Or I'll
and
correct
then
you.
Basically-
refuse.
Yes.
And if you call me a snowflake, I'll laugh at you.
I will attempt
Evidence
to
for your
educate you.
opinion, and I will accept your opinion.
It's
That's-
not even my fucking job to educate these people, and I was
No, I
trying to
know.
be nice to them.
I know.
That's the best part about it. I
I know.
I howled so hard. You have no idea. Just on the ground.
We were
pants
all
around my
just like,
ankles.
I think we were all looking at that, just like, what the fuck? Hello, goodbye.
It's just like, I
I
don't
didn't have to
like.
ban him. He just
Yeah.
left. I
I
was like,
know.
oh, okay.
Okay.
I was getting kick him too.
Yeah.
What
I just-
happens so often is like it'll happen with things like Star Wars and with things like Game of Thrones, and I'll be like,
Oh God.
"Well, actually, I liked the
Well,
the
actually.
last season of
Look.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty damn good."
So did I.
And they'll tell me my opinion is wrong. I'll explain why I felt that way.
Yeah.
The aspects of the show in that season
Yeah.
that I felt were fucking excellent,
Yeah.
and give examples, right? And now your opinion is wrong. It's like, well, I gave you evidence to support my claim, though.
Yeah. You're just saying I'm wrong with
Well-
nothing to back up
It's like
your side.
there was an intense discussion in our movie talk today, and I definitely responded badly and with emotion because I got triggered by what was happening,
Yeah.
and I apologized because I was in the wrong. So if I'm in the
That
wrong,
happens.
I will
Yeah.
apologize, especially if you're calmly telling me I'm being an asshole.
Yeah.
I'll literally go, oh, maybe I am being an asshole.
Hey, dial
Like,
down
That's
the
how
asshole
you know you're
dial a
getting
bit.
way better by the way, you know?
Yeah.
That's a sign of
And I
not only
apologize to Michael the
having
Collector. I
That's
was
different.
better control
That's
over
different,
your
yeah.
emotions and mental state, but also
don't have
just,
better control of my emotions. I'm just
No,
I'm just more-
that's you're getting better.
no
You are.
that I'm there's certain the thing is I have I have a traumatic brain injury. I have impulsive, like, drive and words that will shit right out of my mouth or right out of my fingertips without even the chance for me to process whether I should say or do that thing.
Yeah.
I've seen
there's
this
nothing-
multiple times, by the way.
There's literally nothing I can do about it except deal with the fallout and fucking person up, if you will.
Process it after the fact.
Shoulder my fucking plane. Yeah. You know. Yeah, me and Michael
But
have
that's-
arguments all the time, but we respect each other.
Yeah.
That's taking
course,
an
same.
approach that's way better than the approach you used to take. So it's way
Yeah.
healthier. So like
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. It's like
Yes, I am a healthier person, but there's only
Yeah.
there's only so much I can do against the impulsive drive. I cannot ever stop from happening. I mean, like, this is why I don't own a gun. You know, because because I will do things and say things before I have literally any chance. I will literally say, like, the other day I called a friend an abuser because my friend used the word possessive, which was but that was their bad choice of words.
Yeah.
That wasn't the word they meant to say. And before I had a chance to think about the word I was saying, I just said, that's abuse. Oh wait, I'm sorry. You're not, that's not the word you mean. And then I had to, like, back up and apologize because like I fucking spat it out before I even fucking, and this was a friend I've known for 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
15 years or something like that. So I mean, like, they're not abusive. I just fucking spat the words out without thinking, you know?
But no, I mean, it's good to recognize that behavior when it happens. And a lot of
Took me
people,
a lot of years to get here.
lot of people don't. Like, they just they get as far as the spouting out the first thing that comes to their brain, and then they move on, just leaving the damage there to fester.
It's belligerence.
Yeah, and instead of being more mature about it and actually discussing and maybe, dare I say, apologizing if they've said something out of turn, you know.
Yep.
Lord knows I
mean, like,
do that on occasion.
I'm not a perfect person. I'm just trying to be a better person.
Nobody
That's
is. We all have our flaws.
You're lucky I'm trying to be a better person, because otherwise I would have ripped that dude asshole so far wide, put the
I
fucking
know.
Grand Canyon up it. But I was super polite, even though I was definitely really grumpy when I answered.
Oh, and I've ripped some of my trolls a new asshole from time to time. Lord knows. And then
I mean, what's funny is that happened, right? But that was like, and then like literally the next day, someone else, a regular in our community, did a gatekeeping thing, and I fucking called them out on it, and there wasn't a blow up. There was just a like, oh, sorry, like, yeah, that's cool, like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
You don't, sometimes you don't realize the way you're phrasing things, like it. I'm guilty of that, you know.
I mean, people need to learn the difference between healthy, like, one attempting to engage in a healthy debate and an attack. People go on the defensive so easily now. I've noticed, like, it's like you'll try to present a counter argument, and they'll take it as a personal affront and attack, and they'll get all bent out of shape and just start hurling insults at you. And it's like, well, okay, never mind. I thought we were having a conversation.
I hope he's watching too, and he's watching us all criticize how bad of a person he is. You should feel bad, dude. You should totally feel bad.
Well,
You're a shithead.
well, not so much to feel bad. Just take a step back and think, like, hey, maybe I approached that incorrectly.
Yeah.
Maybe I could have handled that better.
No, fuck you.
okay.
No, fuck you, Brinsley.
It's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to own up to them, and it's okay to accept that you are not a perfect human. Because
I literally said I make mistakes all the fucking time. I literally made a mistake yesterday. I mean, like, with a friend I've known for 15 years. They knew me when I was a real shithead, and for some reason they're still my friends, so.
Is it Hunter says,
These guys met me after I stopped being such a shithead. They thought they already had the toned down Skinslip.
Yeah, Hunter says, I know I'm late to the gatekeeping convo. In my experience, I mostly use the phrase wrong opinion to mean my own opinion is against consensus. I don't use it to describe others' opinions. Oh, I see what you mean. Like
I wouldn't say that's a wrong opinion. I would say perhaps an unpopular opinion. Unpopular.
I
usually probably use the word unpopular in that case. You're not saying anything wrong unless it's something that's
wrong.
racist or hateful or something.
Because I mean, presumably you're still coming at it from understanding whatever it is that you have an opinion of. You're not coming at it out of ignorance. So,
choosing your words is important. Words are important.
You're just acknowledging that the public writ large does not have this opinion.
Yeah.
And
that's and we have a lot of us in this room.
I love Southland Tales as an example.
We in this room have a lot of opinions like that, and that's usually how we
Super
describe
Mario
it.
Brothers movie was good. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. Great cyberpunk dystopian
Unpopular
film. Nothing to do
opinions.
with that game.
Yeah. And that's fine. I mean, if anything, it makes you more interesting because you don't just have the status quo opinions on things and the status quo likes and dislikes.
And if you phrase them properly, you don't offend people or hurt people's feelings for liking what they like, and then you can engage people in discussion, and people will talk to you more often.
You know, I mean, a lot of my favorite movies are ones that are rated very low on IMDb. It's because there's something about them that I just enjoy. You know, they are entertaining to me. I like a lot of high-rated movies too. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
To me, my favorite kind of movie is a movie that tries so hard but doesn't quite make it.
That's well, and we talked about this before. That's why Ed Wood is so amazing, is because he genuinely tried to make high art, but he was just so incompetent that
I don't think it was incompetent.
You can see
unskilled.
No, he was incompetent. He didn't know how to make a movie. He knew how to hustle to get the resources together to make a movie, but he didn't know how to make a movie. And
if you haven't seen a movie in 10 years, you should definitely reassess it before having like really bold opinions about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Unless you can remember it really vividly,
because
like some people can.
Your views change.
Great memory, like
your views change, and also that's 10 more years of life experiences that you've piled up since the last time you saw it.
I can't tell you how many movies resonate with me more now than they did when I was younger.
Absolutely. There's ones that I thought were boring as shit when I was a kid that I love now and that are among my favorite movies, you know?
Dances with Wolves and Unforgiven I thought were boring as shit when I was 12 or whatever when they came out. But now they're some of my favorites. So.
I thought Citizen Kane was boring and I didn't get it at all when I saw it in my film studies class when they explained why it was amazing. And then I saw it again like 10 years later and I was like, why the fuck did I not like this? This is amazing.
Because you were uncultured at the time.
I was,
Uncultured
I was still
learning.
Fucking
uncultured too.
And that's one that has just resonated with me more and more over the years. Not just for the filmmaking, but for the story and characters as well. Like I love that film.
As a person, I mean, I've grown so much that like if you go back and watch some old SNIs, I probably have completely different opinions about some of those movies. Some of those movies I ranted about, like I got angry and irrationally about the Conan movie, but like honestly, my opinion is completely different. It's like the movie rules. What the fuck am I talking about?
Which, the Jason Momoa one?
Yes, the Jason Momoa one.
Yeah. Really?
I want a TV series. Damn it.
I know.
JL mentions that
we were
Man Before Time had some racism in it. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you know what? Another movie that had some like kind of hidden racism in it was The Brave Little Toaster.
Oh, really?
There's that song in the fucking movie when they finally leave the house. And in the song is this lyric that I just never stop thinking about whenever I think about this movie now. Master is a man who spreads his hand across the land.
Yeah.
Master is a man of great reflection. Like,
interesting.
Is this some white supremacy shit happening here? I don't know.
Or commentary on such things?
Yeah.
Well, it could be. It could be like subversive commentary too, which is not unusual for family animation like that. A lot of animators would do that sort of thing. But
I just want to know who actually wrote the song because I feel like they probably.
Well, you can probably look it up.
If anybody had an intention with it,
look it up on IMDb. It's probably listed there.
Yeah.
I haven't seen The Postman since the theater, honestly.
I haven't seen The Postman at all, and I saw a thing about that today, Seth Angel, saying like The Postman is more relevant now than ever. It's like it's actually become one of the most relevant post-apocalyptic movies in our current climate.
My favorite part is that at the time they derisively called that Waterworld with dirt in the water or whatever.
God.
And that made me want to see it because I loved Waterworld. So I was like, oh, I want to see that now.
I thought Waterworld was all right. I didn't have a big issue with it.
Have you seen the Ulysses cut yet?
No, I have not. I don't have the Arrow release. I need
the director's cut, Ulysses cut, is good.
Yeah, I'll have
to
check that. I want that.
It's a completely different ending of the movie. It's like a whole 45-minute difference.
Wow.
At the end.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of small changes, too.
Nice. Well, it's definitely one I'd like to check out.
I guarantee you, you're gonna like the Ulysses cut over the. I'm pretty sure you'll like it.
I think I've only seen the theatrical cut because that's all that was available at the time.
It's on TV a lot.
Which is like 3 hours to begin with, but
Yes, it's almost 4 hours to be
I
honest.
thought it was all right, but I'm not like a huge Kevin Costner fan per se, but I do like a lot of his movies.
Same.
I thought Waterworld was okay. I really liked Dances with Wolves. I thought it was wonderful. I saw the director's cut of that before any other cut. But actually, I guess I've only seen the director's cut.
It's the only one that's been on home video is the director's cut, actually.
Yeah, and I want to see, and I really want to see The Postman, because I just love post-apocalyptic stuff. So
Postman's good. I really like it. I think it's totally underrated.
Yeah.
We have to do our movies for the week, don't we?
Holy shit! Yes.
Oh
I
God,
just want
we
to
do.
note,
I thought we were done.
it was Van Dyke
So
Parks
hungry.
who wrote the lyrics to that song, and he also wrote the lyrics to The Bare Necessities in the Jungle Book.
Oh, well, there you go.
He was also involved with music in Heathers
Oh,
Very
and
nice.
The Departed.
okay.
All
that's
over
great.
the fucking place.
Okay, we got to do the movies now.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I'm starving to death. Review your movies quickly so I can go eat.
Okay. Me and Stoudman
I didn't
watched...
watch any movies, so I barely even watched Hell's Kitchen this week. I've been busy doing other.
Well,
I was
that's
busy doing Club
depressing.
AmigaTronic actually. That took up a lot of my time just prepping that.
Yeah. Me and
So.
Stoudman watched an interesting quad bill. We watched Maniac Cop 1,
Mm-hmm.
which was very good.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the only one I've
Maniac
seen.
Cop 2, which had even more commentary about police that really, really resonates with today. Both movies
Yeah.
really strongly resonate today.
Was that Bruce
And
Campbell?
then, yes,
Nice.
Bruce
I
Campbell
need
was
to see those
in-
again.
both of them.
Yeah, technically both.
I've never seen the sequel.
Okay, he's in a cameo in 2, all right? We'll put it that way.
Alright.
And then to mix it all up, because we decided we weren't going to finish a trilogy for some reason,
Uh-huh.
we watched Mucho Amor, The Legend of Walter Mercado, who's the most amazing asexual androgynous icon ever. He was a fortune teller, a very androgynous fortune teller on Univision back in the 90s, or late 80s, or early 90s. Was very popular, and hugely popular. I had no idea, but he has the most fabulous wardrobe. He has like 10,000 capes, and I want all of them. I want some gay capes in my life.
Fucking
All of the capes.
insanely detailed capes.
Oh,
This
yeah.
guy
20-pound
was
capes.
Such you can tell just from the documentary, he was such an important figure in like Latin American culture.
Yeah,
And
over my head, because it was
his story is fucking insane. It's just so crazy.
a really delightful documentary, actually.
Yeah,
You know?
it is.
But,
it's
yeah.
just also a little sad at times, but
Yeah. I mean,
but it's
he was
really
very-
nice
he's a
that
very
he
naive
was-
person who
he
got taken advantage
impacted
of.
so many people.
Okay.
So yeah,
But yeah, his cultural importance is, which I didn't realize, is huge, actually. So it's
now
a very good documentary. Highly
to
recommend.
put things into perspective, I loathe astrology. I fucking hate astrology. I think it's fucking stupid.
Astrology,
but-
not fortune teller. My bad. I apologize. Wrong word.
Well, he did a little both. But anyways, I hate that kind of shit, but he was really clearly impactful, not just because of astrology, but because of who he was as a person.
He was a very positive person. Always trying to put positive
Very
vibes in the
positive,
world.
very
Yeah.
like uplifting kind of
He
person.
definitely
So-
has a god complex, but he's definitely a benevolent.
Yes.
He's a benevolent, asexual god that I will worship.
Yeah.
And then last, to cap it all off, we watched Amityville 1992. It's about time.
Which was
And-
not great, but it wasn't bad either. There was a lot of crazy shit happening in that movie.
Sorry, what
It
was it?
wasn't
I
as good.
drifted.
It was not very
Amityville
coherent.
Amityville 1992. It's about time.
Oh, that one. Okay, that's in the set.
Which-
coming.
I'll give you,
sixth movie.
Sean.
Nice.
I'll give you one clue or
Okay.
one chance to guess what the cursed object in this
Oh.
movie is based on the
It's
title alone.
about time. So I'm guessing a cereal bowl spoon, maybe.
How
Yeah.
did you know?
Son of a bitch, you guessed it.
Guessing a clock. I think it's a clock.
Yes,
Or
exactly.
could be a pocket watch, but I'm guessing a clock.
It's a
We
clock.
still got
Yeah, okay.
2 more of these fucking
This
movies.
is
I
the
don't
Cursed
think they're gonna get any better.
Objects series,
And
where
we,
It's not as
Yeah.
bad that
Yeah.
like to put things into perspective. When you watch the Hellraiser series,
Mhm.
you get through the first 4, and the first four are like good, better, passable, slightly passable, right? And then
Okay.
after that, it's
Great
just
reviews.
fucking garbage.
Abysmal.
Can't even get through it. Bullshit.
Excellent. I
Except
can't
for
wait.
the last one.
I watched
apparently, which
Mimic
was okay.
3. Okay?
Yeah, apparently the
Put it
latest
that
one was
way.
okay.
But these ones though, these Amityville movies, like, have been way fucking better. Not necessarily like across the board excellent, but
9 out of 10, right
entertaining,
across the board. Yeah.
enjoyable. You know.
But yeah, the only one that's
So-
missing is Dollhouse, I believe. Is that the right one? Number 5? Yeah, number 5's 6. Number 5. So number 5 is the one that's missing.
I think
So
it's
there's
just
4,
called The
7, 8.
Curse. Amityville The Curse.
That's right. Whatever. It's one of them.
It's the fifth.
And then we have
or
4
sixth
movies.
one.
I don't expect these to be very.
Actually, I think it's the 6th one that's missing. Amityville The Curse.
Whatever. It's
Yeah.
missing one of them. I
It's
don't
only
know.
ever got a VHS release over here.
And then I watched Batman Bad Blood. I was doing that the rewatch with a friend.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Justice League versus Teen Titans, which was okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's only 3 out of 5. And Batman Bad Blood was 3.5 out of 5. That was really good.
It's pretty good.
But that was all I watched. That was it.
Very nice,
Did you watch
Hunter,
anything else?
watching the James Bond films for the first time.
Uh,
I've seen most of those. Very few I haven't seen, but I've got
I've
the
seen all the James Bond.
I've got the set.
I
need
only
to-
got the chance to watch one movie this week,
All right.
Okay.
and it was Rhinoceros,
Oh, not
which
familiar.
was quite interesting.
Who's in
First
that?
of all, you got Gene Wilder here.
Oh, and Zero
and
Mostel,
Zero
right? From
Mostel,
the
who
producers, of
they
course.
were previously together in The Producers.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. This is based apparently on a play, but the really interesting thing about it, it's a story about like a bunch of people start turning into fucking rhinoceroses. And everyone in the fucking world around them, there are people who are just like, well, I don't believe that's actually happening. They've heard tales of it happening. I don't believe that's happening. It's all a hoax. It's bullshit. You know? And then there's this one moment where somebody is literally looking at one of the fucking rhinoceroses tearing a fucking building apart. And they're on the second floor watching this rhinoceros. And they're like, it's a hoax. It's fake.
Fake news.
Yeah, this is exactly my point. Like, there are a lot of parallels in this movie.
Have a good night,
what
Ammo
we're
Japan
seeing
13.
today, specifically in relation to like COVID-19,
We're
people
about to
like,
sign off anyway.
it's fake. It's not really happening.
Oh,
Nobody's
that's the
actually
one you were
turning into
talking about.
rhinoceroses.
Yes.
It's just like, oh
Stout
my
was like
fucking
losing
God.
his mind in the cram chat when he was watching this movie. He was like, oh my God, this movie is so relevant to everything.
Yes, yes. It is really good.
He nerded out.
Highly
Yeah.
fucking recommend.
Well, and it's Gene Wilder and Zero Mostel. I mean, they worked really, really
Yeah.
well together. Very funny.
If you liked the producers,
Yeah.
and if you didn't, I really question your judgment. But if you like the producers, you'll probably like that too.
Excellent. Oh, all right. Well, and I watched nothing. I watched some more Hell's Kitchen, and nothing notable happened. A bunch of the people that I hate are still there. Just vote them out already. Which means now they're at the stage where they're all one team. It's the final 6. And now whoever gets voted out is going to come back at least one more time for the big final dinner service in the finale. But it's like, so now I know for a fact, even if they get voted out next episode, the people I hate will be back one more time. Anyway, love me some Hell's Kitchen. So just wrapping up, just coming up to the tail end of season 8. I've been going through it very slowly. Just half an episode here, half an episode there. It's like, I've just been busy doing other stuff. Anyway, good times. I should be watching some movies soon, because
Yes.
Halloween's coming up.
Make some time for movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean, we should watch some horror movies.
Well, maybe we will then.
We don't have to stream. I don't give a shit.
I don't care either.
Just watch movies.
It's actually easier if we don't.
Okay. I don't care. I
Anyway,
don't watch movies.
not everything has to be a watch party.
I know.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful week. I'm probably not going to stream anymore tonight. I'm probably going to watch a movie.
Woohoo!
Or play
Oh,
with
really?
myself. I don't know. By myself. I need my alone time.
Fucking with you. I'm like, oh, really? That's me looking around a pop-up window.
I'll just make sure not to watch anything that's on our list. But unless I've
Whatever.
forgotten that it's on our list.
Just
Anyway,
tell me what you watch, and I don't watch it.
Okay.
I mean, I'll make sure I watch it by myself.
okay. Anyway, have yourselves a good week or weekend or however long it is until I see you again. Thanks for coming out. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you next time. Same bat time, same bat channel. So until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara.
Strafe.
Stay safe.
Venus. See you next podcast.
See you in the next podcast. We do this podcast every Saturday on the podcast. Oh, yeah. Podcast. Okay, see you next time. Bye.
Impressive.